Zach Solai alongside Ethan Berry for tonight's matchup. Now, Ethan, as we were saying before we got cut off by some of the mic troubles right here, the Ice Pack did clinch the 3rd spot in the ACCHL, top spot in the Carolina division. We'll be facing the winner between the Wake Forest and the JMU match as of tomorrow night. So after this 2-game weekend this past weekend, winners against both Duke and UNCW, how is this momentum going to carry into tonight's game?
Well, you certainly hope the momentum carries over. I mean, that's really the point of playing these 2 games against West Virginia. I think State really just doesn't want to go 2 weeks without playing. Obviously played well last weekend, and that is the point of pretty much playing these 2 games. They were scheduled late, and you know, State's really just trying to keep fresh legs. You know, you don't want to be going into the tournament after not playing for 2 weeks.
And for sure, Ethan, and these 2 games that were scheduled for tonight and tomorrow night against West Virginia are actually games that were added on last minute to the schedule. In the original handouts that a lot of fans got, they didn't see these 2 games coming in. And most of the guys on these teams, you know, don't know each other. And for the most part, teams in the leagues, they've all been buddies since they were young age, playing in juniors, things like that. So coming into tonight, since NC State doesn't really know anybody on this team, they don't really know their style of play, what is the Ice Pack going to have to do to try to step up and try to match West Virginia's level of play, which they are 9-10-1?
Well, I think what you're going to see, especially at the beginning of the game, is the teams are just going to be feeling each other out. You see that a lot of times in big games too, and when teams aren't familiar with each other. You know, first 5-10 minutes of the game, there's not going to be a whole lot of action. Maybe that won't be the case tonight, but if you ask me, I think it will. So teams are really going to feel each other out in the beginning, and I'm sure the teams know a little bit about each other, and so we'll see what happens.
The Ice Pack tonight is without Luis Jimenez, with Sam Banashevitz tonight and several other losses tonight. Will Bieberdorf still out and Andrew Kristoff? And we're going to talk more about this throughout the game as we're going to take a quick break for what seems to be the introductions here, right here on PackTV.
Attention all virtual reality junkies. Your dreamland opens this weekend in Carytown Center. VR Junkies takes the classic arcade to a whole new level, providing an experience like no other. Play tournaments on local and national levels. Plenty of games to choose from for all ages. You can walk in or reserve your spot online at vrjunkies.com/Raleigh. Now booking birthday, holiday, and corporate team building parties. Join us for grand opening specials all weekend. See you at VR Junkies in Carytown Center.
My name's Sam Banashevitz. I play winger for the NC.
Welcome you back here to the Raleigh Iceplex here. A wonderful Friday night for some hockey. Zach Solai alongside Ethan Berry for tonight's matchup. Got a lot going on tonight, especially for the fact we have several big things to announce as Joey Hall continues to take the stage. But one thing we want to direct your attention to, Ethan, is the fact that we have a special national anthem guest today. Would you say a little bit about her?
Yeah, she's a violinist. I believe you have her name.
Right.
Victoria
Pedroza.
So it's great for the team to be able to have a violinist come out. Usually they just play the national anthem over the system. So it'll be a great addition to the fan experience here.
Another addition to the fan experience as well. A little bit more of a sort of a hyped up introduction to the teams here as the lights are dimmed down. Something you don't see a lot here at the Ice Pack games. They jump straight into it. But a few things to mention for tonight. Tonight here at the Iceplex, it is Military Appreciation Night, where there's several things that are going to happen throughout the course of this game. And as we get to, there's a few players and even a few coaches that will be recognized tonight as well. And it's going to be an important night as well 30% of admission revenues are going to go towards the Wounded Warriors Project, and there's going to be several other raffles going on tonight here as the teams are coming on the ice. Now for the introductions, we're going to see the West Virginia team that NC State has not seen yet so far. Looking at the teams right now, West Virginia has their starting 5 on the blue line right now. And as you hear on the PA, we have former NC State IcePack broadcast announcer Drew Blevins on the public address announcer microphone tonight. A big addition to that as well.
Yep, great to see Drew back here in the Iceplex.
As West Virginia takes the ice right now, Drew is announcing the names of the players on that starting line. And now we have the national anthem. What an important start to a beautiful game for a beautiful cause here, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm no musical expert, but that was phenomenal. I'll tell you what, some of my favorite national anthems that I've seen at games that I've been at or worked is with musical instruments. Obviously singing is great too, but my favorite is the when somebody comes out and plays the guitar. Obviously violin's not the guitar, but you get the point.
Violin is definitely. Starting in net tonight for the West Virginia Mountaineers is Hunter Ivy, number 31. And the Ice Pack now takes the ice. Looks like Joey Hall is starting in net, along with Ellis Rushford, Sam Benishevitz, Aaron Todd, and a new top line addition in Jack McDonald, somebody that you've seen in the past few years.
Yeah, good to have Jack back this year. He's been out for a while. I honestly don't remember if he's played at all this year, but a good addition. You know, he's probably not going to light up the scoreboard, but he's a capable player. Like Coach Gazzillo told us before the game, you know, he's not a first-line scorer, but he's definitely an excellent enough hockey player to take Luis's spot on the first line.
Really doing a great job at that as well. And for the Mountaineers in the starting lineup, it looks like we have Brian Dickman, the team's captain at forward. He has 31 points in this season, Ethan, and doing a great job alongside his counterpart in number 88, Alex Ventura, who leads the team with 16 goals and has 13 assists on the season as well. West Virginia has a beat streaky, though, Ethan. In their past 4 games, they have lost all 4, and they've had a negative 26 goal differential. And for those who aren't listening, that basically means they've scored a lot less goals than goals that they've actually given up. As teams prepare to take the draw here at the Iceplex, the referees, looks like we have Glass at the red line and Weiss on the blue line, along with some others here. Very tantalizing music. What an environment, Ethan, as Addison Collison takes the blue line there for the Mountaineers as well.
Yeah, it is a pretty good crowd. We were looking here 10-15 minutes ago. There wasn't a whole lot of people, but man, I'd say probably 100 people have shown up in the last 10 minutes.
Jack McDonald versus Ventura, and here we go off the draws. Eric Todd rushes into the corner and grabs the puck from the Mountaineers, and now carry it back up, and Rushford collects it with a chip in just in front of the net. Todd tried to get something right there, and nothing came out of that one. Eric Todd will recollect it down there in the offensive end, collected there by Collins. Collins make a quick jump out right there into the neutral zone, and McDonald will collect it. Great to see him back at the lineup, as you said, Ethan, and it's collected right there by Dickman. Now Ventura has it. Ventura wristed one right there and was blocked by Rushford. Rushford sends it back into Collins. Collins now from the point with a shot just wide, and Joey Hall, no problem right there, swallowing that puck.
Good to see Joey back in net. Didn't see him last weekend. We saw him 10 or 11 days ago at this point in PNC Arena against the Tar Heels.
Joey Hall having a great season as well. Last game he played was against the Tar Heels, like you said. Gave up 5, but after a long rest, Joey Hall should be back in action as Alfanzetti wins the draw to ACC Rookie of the Year. Cam Mazikowski just announced recently there, Ethan.
And Alfanzetti is Scholar Athlete of the Year.
Carried back in right there by Chila. Chila into the corner right there from West Virginia, passed in front, and Mazikowski will collect that puck. Around the boards, wound the wagons, here we go. Mazikowski will send a pass, blocked right there by Alex Evans from West Virginia, great player. And now Alfanzetti will carry it back up. Scholar of the Year athlete for the ACCHL, like you said there, Ethan. 2 of the West Virginia players run into each other. I think they forgot which team that they were on. Back at the point, there is Chila once again, pass up again to the West Virginia Mountaineers, and Jock Koeklenberg handles it and passes it to Ryan Kinney. Kinney through the neutral zone right there, defended well by Eric Dickman, Brian Dickman's brother. Alfanzetti now. Alfanzetti with a shot and a big save there by Hunter Ivy. And the play is stopped.
Talking about Mazikowski a minute ago, he's really been phenomenal. He had the hat trick up at Wake Forest. But it's hard to ask much more from a first-year defense. And what given.
Cam Mazikowski has played absolutely outstanding this season here, Ethan, as West Virginia will win the draw, and team president Chris Swing will pass it up, and Hayden Dewey will fly it back. The Mountaineers handle it in the corner right now. Carrying it is Shane Gilbert, one of the top players there for the Mountaineers. Pass back in. Dewey holds it inside the offensive zone. Chip back out there by Zachary Evans, who's playing on defense right now. There's Shane Gilbert. Swapped up and out of play by Jeffrey D. DeSheppy. With 17:58 left to go here, Ethan, there's not a lot that's been happening. It's just like, as you said earlier to me, I'm not sure if they caught it due to our technical difficulties, but you said it would be mainly a back and forth first period because the teams are feeling each other out.
Yeah, I don't think either team is really going to dominate. They're just going to feel each other out, as you mentioned, see what the other team wants to do.
Dewey with the quick shot right there, tipped in front, and a better save there by Hunter Ivy. Grabbed up again right there by Zachary Evans. Through around the boards again is Daniel Horan, and now it's carried back up. Sprinted up on the breakaway, there is Kevin Bott. Kevin Bott defended well by newcomer Eric Mura, transfer from UNC Charlotte. Now Hayden Dewey. Hayden Dewey will send it flying back up through the middle. There is team captain Brian Dickman. Dickman will play a little bit of dump and chase right there as Mura, paired with the team president Chris Wing, will look to make a quick breakout. Mura now handling it back in the defensive end for NC State. Off a Costigan's skate right there, needed to be a little bit careful. There goes Ventura. Ventura with a shot, and then a big save there by Joey Hall. Handle in front of the net, and they score! It is Brian Dickman from the West Virginia Mountaineers, his 14th of the season.
Joey Hall went out to cover up the puck, and he couldn't get there. And open net, easy goal for West Virginia to get it started.
A little bit of a defensive miscommunication there between Mura and Chris Wing. Not a situation you want to see only 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the first period here.
I'll tell you what, usually we do keys to the game. We didn't have time today, but if you'd asked me keys to the game, my number one key probably would have been avoiding defensive turnovers, and State didn't do that there.
And throughout the game, Ethan, we'll be discussing some more of your keys, especially number 2 and number 3, now that we know your first key of the game tonight. Sprung through the neutral zone right there, collecting that puck was Tyler Huffnagel. Now Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson with that beautiful lock of hair. Tags on Addison Collins, who is a friendly opponent of that hair. Big body right there between Eric Webb and Eric Johnson. Carried back in there by Collins, an alternate captain. Good skate right there by Ellis Rusher, getting that puck out of the zone. With a quick shot right there by Huffnagel, just wide. Swallowed whole by Joey Hall from a shot by Alex Ventura.
Back and forth play here, as you mentioned. West Virginia got a good bounce to get their goal and took advantage of it, but back and forth start here, as I mentioned.
The Ice Pack without Luis Jimenez and a big loss in that. Luis has had 7 goals in the past 3 games in the team's most recent win streak. Sam Benishevitz, of course, great to have him in the lineup, has had 5 goals and 4 assists in the past 3 games. The dominant duo has reconnected. Ethan, what have you seen from them that has really allowed them to step up here?
Well, just to clarify, the State didn't lose Jimenez. He's just not playing tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what Sam does without him tonight.
Ellis Rushard with the quick dump there is Eric Dickman now passing it up to Howie Lemon. There again is Dickman passing it up right there to Alex Evans. Evans defended well. What a hip check by Ellis Rushford. Unbelievable hit right there. The great physicality from the defenseman. Now Sam Benishevitz will go up the boards. Collected well right there by Michael Chila from the Mountaineers as Benishevitz will now skate through the neutral zone, jukes him out, and dumped right in. No problem there for Hunter Ivy.
I'll tell you what, one thing I've noticed covering this league the last 3 years is a lot of times teams from the southern part of the East Coast will play a different style of hockey than the teams from the northern style. And only 4 minutes in here, but we'll see if we notice any of that as we go.
Hunter Ivy surprisingly getting the start tonight. Has only appeared in 3 games. Matt Meyer from the West Virginia Mountaineers, the team's typical starter, has played in 13 and is 5-8. So tonight I think the Mountaineers want to give it a try and to see their goaltender with arguably the best stats to play this game as the puck is cleared in right there by Daniel Haran. Behind the net right now there's John Copelandberg will pass it up to Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney will send it out just through the neutral zone right there as Jeffrey DiGiuseppe will pick it up. Carried in there Shane Gilbert for the Mountaineers. Good neutral zone play. There again is Chila. Chila will go up, intercepted well right there by Mazikowski and Merchant. The puck will come floating back in. Trying to spear it ahead right there is John Kokenberg with the nice pin right there. Pin a tail on the donkey. What a beautiful play right there by John Kokenberg to make sure that body stays on the boards. Winning those corner battles right there. Trevor Merchant slips and falls. Goes to the legs right there. There's Jeffrey DiGiuseppe now. And now there we go. Trevor Merchant tries to work through a man, and Ryan Kinney can't forecheck that puck away. And carried well by Tyler Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti will be trying to go through the boards. No luck right there. There again is Ventura. Good strong pressure right there alongside the boards. Tyler Alfonsetti will now go into the borders and try to poke check a man. Not much to there. Alfonsetti now. Alfonsetti will pass it back to Mura. Mura with the shot, and it's blocked out in front by Ventura. Dewey to the front of the net trying to find Merchant, and nobody there. And play settles down.
Best opportunity of the night so far for State.
Carried back in well. Number 4 against number 4. Cooper versus Mura. Not much of a competition there as the puck is cleared back out towards Michael Chila. Behind the net right there. Hunter Ivy directing his teammates well. Passed up there by Collins. Collins again. There's Jake Cooper. Behind the net, Collins will try to find team captain Brian Dickman. Carried in well. Eric Mura will collect that puck. Not an icing call. It is waved off. Eric Mura now will behind the net try to spear forward a man with a shot. No problem there for Joey Hall. Hayden Dewey now will collect it in the corner trying to get it out. And there was a little bit of goalie infraction.
Yeah, that's got to be goalie interference on West Virginia. Little love tap there for Joey Hall and Alex Evans.
Alex Evans will be going off for a 2-minute penalty, most likely going to be goaltender interference, Ethan. What we've seen from the Ice Pack recently, though, is the fact that the power play just hasn't been that good, as Ryan Lensmeyer looks like he'll be taking a seat for Matchy Miners.
Yeah, well, no power play here, it appears. But, yeah, you're right about the power play. It's got to get better. I'd say the last 5 games or so, really this whole semester, it hasn't been good, and I'm sure they've been working on it in practice. Well, actually, I think State's going to get a power play. No, State's going to be... No, we're playing 4-on-4 here. Okay, they took a second to put up Lensmeyer's penalty. That's why I was confused.
Koskinen wins the draw right there, pressured well by Howie Lemon. Carry back out there. There's Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke through the neutral zone. A good rush right there into the corner. Checked hard by Collins. Now carried back in again. There is Alex Brennan. Now carried again. There's Howie Lemon. Howie Lemon to Brennan with a shot and a big save by Joey Hall. And he covers it up. A few things to recognize as well. Once again, Ethan, like we said, it is Military Appreciation Night. 30% of the admission revenues are going towards, you know, Booted Warriors Foundation, and the fans have poured in here, Ethan. And there's a Hurricanes game tonight as well. You can play night at the PNC Arena, celebrating diversity in hockey. A great cause with a great organization and a great night for hockey as well. Ethan, what can you say about this crowd tonight?
Well, it's good. It's not what State usually sees, but it's still pretty good.
In front of the net, there's the work collecting it now. We'll try to spring Banashevitz. Banashevitz through the offensive zone. Banashevitz tries to find work, and a great stick lift by Collins. Collins in the corner as well. To the back, there's Ellis Rushford. Ellis Rushford with a quick shot just high of Hunter Ivy. There's Jack McDonald. Jack McDonald now will try to work it to Banashevitz. Banashevitz with a side shot, no problem there for Hunter Ivy. And now goes back into the neutral zone to be settled down by Ellis Rushford and Cam Mazikowski.
I think Rushford might have beat Ivy on that one. He just shot a little high.
McDonald misses that puck. The play will not be an icing as Tyler Huffnagel will collect it. Good forecheck there by Sam Banashevitz, employing a strong pressuring system right there from Mike Gazzillo. There's Howie Lemon controlling the puck as well. Now carried forward once again there by Eric Dickman, deflected well by Eric Todd, and Cam Mazikowski will hang on to it. Mazikowski handling well with a backhand pass towards John Copelandberg. Eric Todd now will make a backhand pass up to John Copelandberg as well and throw it down the ice. In the neutral zone, there's Lemon once again. When life gives you lemons, try to stop him on the forecheck. Big shot right there and a great save there by Joey Hall. There's Dickman. Dickman now will hold on to it. Dickman with the cross-ice pass, try to find Michael Chila, no luck there. And the play is settled down once again. Both power plays, penalties rather, are over for both of these teams. There's Alex Evans, fresh out of the box, passes it back. Number 4 on number 4 as always. Trevor Merchant now will carry it through the neutral zone. Merchant, one of the new freshmen on the team. Ethan, how do you think he's been doing this year?
Well, he's been excellent, really. If as good as State's first and second lines are, he's pretty much stuck on the second line, which says a lot about how he's played.
Behind the net right there, a good clear there by Eric Mira. Handled well by Chila, but not too well. Eric Johnson tried to center it, no luck there for Trevor Merchant. Now handled well again by Michael Chila as the puck is carried back in. And if Eric Mira can win the race, it will be an icing call with 10:59 left to go here in the first period.
Johnson's been one of the most impressive players for State this year for me. Last year he was just kind of a fourth line, didn't play every game type of guy, but he's pretty much earned 10, 12, 15 minutes a night, and he's just earning more and more as the season goes on.
Eric Johnson facing off against Brian Dickman for the face-off here. Johnson will win it. Collected by Chris Wing, and now the puck will go back into the neutral zone as Eric Webb will chip it back in. Now Schwartz now will try to handle Zachary Evans, and a good check right there by Schwartz. Now the puck is carried again, and Johnson with the interception. Johnson now tries to get in right there, and no luck there in front of the nets. Puck handled there by Kevin Bott. Puck goes back to Chris Wing with the shot just wide. Schwartz to the front of the net. Goes for the tip from Eric Johnson, goes just wide. Now carried back in right there. Huffnagel with the pass up, tried to catch Dickman on the rush. Dickman now will make a pass back. That play will not be called down on a high stick. Schwartz now will pass it up to Eric Webb. Eric Webb now will make a chip pass up through the boards right there. Addison Collins will be the one collecting, and the teams get settled down once again.
Physical play there, both sides.
Play is frozen down once again with 10:03 left to go here. A couple quick things as well. Alex Brendan, this guy we've been mentioning a lot tonight. West Virginia has a lot of good, evenly spaced scorers here, Ethan. There's not one player that is truly leading the rush right there. You have Jake Cooper, who has 14 goals, Alex Brendan with 10, and you have a lot of other players who are making great assists. How important is it to have a lot of players with a lot of points?
Well, I mean, it's important, and I think that one thing that shows is guys have stayed healthy and played a bunch this year. Because State's got 4 or 5 guys who can give you double-digit goals on a season. They just haven't been able to play for the whole year.
Tyler Alfonsetti will not win the draw right there as it's passed back towards Howie Lemon. Lemon will make the pass to Collins. My apologies, that was Dickman. Now through the zone, good poke check right there by Ventura to nullify the icing. Ellis Rushford now go behind the boards. Ellis Rushford will now make a snap pass up. Nobody there to pick that up. Ryan Kinney now will carry it. Ian O'Rourke now will handle that puck in the neutral zone. Good pressure right there by Alex Brennan. Brennan will carry it back up, takes a little bit of a slip right there, and possession goes back to State on a 3-on-2. Trevor Merchant now will go into the offensive zone with the pass back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke just loses control of it right there against, there it is again, Howie Lemon. Lemon will go back into the zone with a quick shot, gloved by Joey Hall.
Back and forth play still. West Virginia, I think, has a little bit of an advantage, but O'Rourke's been working hard on offense here as a defenseman. I've seen him a lot trying to make plays with the puck. There he was in the middle of that 3-on-2 on the offensive end for State.
ACCHL tournament next weekend here, Ethan, and it's something that you've been to quite a lot as well. And going into the ACCHL tournament in typical, how has State played in recent years leading up to that 3-day weekend?
Well, you know, to be completely honest, I don't really remember. But look, I think it's important State plays well this weekend. You know, at least split these 2 games. And even if you don't win, at least play well.
Winning the corner battle right there was NC State. Chipping it back out. Lensmeyer will try to win a rush. Great play there by Ivy. Dewey keeping it not offsides, and then it's collected once again by Alex Evans. Evans now will make a quick chip pass up toward Alex Brennan. Carried in back again. There is Brennan. Good, strong effort right there by Vedetta. Takes a little bit of a slip right there, but there were no bananas on the ice. A little bit of an interesting play right there. Carried well once again by the Mountaineers. There's Lemon, and a penalty will be called, and it's a trip.
Very dangerous play by Ivy, coming almost all the way out to the blue line. I'm not really sure why he did that, especially State had players right there.
State will be going on their first power play of the night, Ethan. Something last week didn't do that well. They did okay, made an improvement over that abysmal weekend in Charlotte and Clemson, but still a weekend that still needs to be improved on here going forward.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how they do without Jimenez tonight, and we'll see what they can do.
Jack McDonald now will go in towards the draw against Brian Digman there on the penalty kill. One again, there's Eric Todd. Eric Todd now. Eric Todd will work on the power play here. It's hit in front of the net. Banashevitz just wide. Cam Mazakowski now will hang on to it from the point right there. Cam Mazakowski slowly handles it to Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke works his way around. O'Rourke with the shot, blocked out in front there by Collins. Jake Cooper will go for the clear, can't get it. Cam Mazakowski now going into Banashevitz with the tip just wide. Huge sequence of events right there, as Cooper will pick it back up and clears it down.
Tell you what, Zach, it's an improvement on the power play, if I should say so.
Great forechecking here by NC State going on. Great pressure being put on in the system they're setting up as Ian O'Rourke will jump in on the rush once again. Ian O'Rourke defended well right there by Jake Cooper. One of the team's leaders in goals with 14, Sam Banashevitz. A name that we say a lot here on PackTV. Will handle the puck alongside the corner. In the slot, there's Mazakowski. Mazakowski to Banashevitz. Todd. Todd with the shot. A big save for the rebound. Jack McDonald can't stuff it home. Stopped well by Hunter Ivy.
Tell you what, that pass from Banashevitz to Todd, they're going to be kicking themselves. I'm not sure if Todd tried to go through the 5-hole, but it looked like if he could have elevated, he could have had a goal there. Even on the rebound, McDonald had a good opportunity.
That was a great sequence of events, Ethan, and something that we've seen a lot. State has done a great job of setting up, not a great job of capitalizing on their opportunities. Tyler Alfonsetti will take the draw against Alex Evans. And Alfonsetti will win it, but the puck is taken back right there by Tyler Huffnagel. Joey Hall now will collect that puck as Eric Mura. The players get set up for their breakout rush. Eric Mura will now fake out Kevin Bott right there, trying to get it back up. Springs Ellis Rushford now. Rushford now up to Alfonsetti just wide, and that puck will be icing.
I'd say that's about as good of a first minute of a power play as you can have without scoring a goal. But, you know, at the end of the day, results are what matter. But still, it's improvement. You're not going to score a goal on the power play every time. But I'll tell you what, State wasn't even threatening, it seemed like, for the last 2 weeks on the power play.
There's Ellis Rushford behind the net. Ellis Rushford will make a spring pass to Ryan Kinney. Ryan Kinney through the neutral zone. Ryan Kinney pressed well right there by Alex Evans. Puck is carried back out there. There's Ellis Rushford. Ellis Rushford, one of the more silky skaters on this team, has been playing great this season. Seen a lot of penalty box time as well. So really great to see him staying disciplined here as well. There's Ellis Rushford taking a point shot. Big save right there by Hunter Ivy. And they score! The puck trickled in, not exactly sure what happened. I think that was Alfonsetti who'll get credit for it on the power play.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll see who got credit. It looks like Kenny is going to get the goal, as he's the first one in the line, but a little bit of a fluke goal there, I would say. We'll wait for the initial official announcement.
Behind the goal. It's not something you say there every day. There's been a lot of goals in that sentence. But still, what a great job right there. We'll wait for Drew Blevins to announce the call of the goal. The puck is chipped on the screen right there as Chris Wing will now handle it. Chris Wing will head back into the corner, pressed well there by Jake Cooper. Sent wide again. There is Ellis Rushford. Rushford that will send it back up to Hayden Dewey. And a great clear right there by Jeffrey DiGiuseppe. Matt Costigan will carry it back in just out of the reach of Hayden Dewey. Puck will not be an icing call. Matt Costigan to the front of the net to Lensmeyer with the shot just high. Really great job right there. Matt Costigan still working behind the net. Carried well right there by Alex Ventura. Ventura now will hang on to it. Ventura will intercepted by Chris Wing, team president and senior. John Kochlenberg now will throw it back up the ice as one of the Dickman twins takes control. That is Captain Brian Dickman. There's two Dickmans on this team, Ethan. There's Brian and Eric, two great players. Eric, of course, really having a good season with 9 points, very solid. And of course, Brian Dickman, the captain, having 31 points in the season, of course, one of the team's leading scorers.
Yeah, I got to keep an eye on Brian especially, but I believe Alfonsetti got the assist there. I couldn't hear the PA too well. I believe it was Kinney's goal from Alfonsetti.
Keep that in mind right here, and we'll make sure we get that verified right here on PackTV. Zach Sawai alongside Ethan Barry for tonight's broadcast. We thank you for joining us tonight, along with any West Virginia viewers that are watching tonight. We thank you for staying tuned with us tonight. We hope we can bring you great coverage of tonight's game between your Mountaineers and the Ice Pack. Kim Mazakowski will get body checked right there, and now it's carried back in right there by Kevin Bott. Kevin Bott is short forward, takes a shot right there. Good pad save there by Joey Hall. Again, pressing around the boards right there, there's Bott. Bott, the corner battle is won right there by Eric Webb as it's pressured back up to Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson, two bodies on him, that's Daniel Horan. Alex Vedetta now will make a tip. Vedetta now will carry it back in just behind the boards right there. West Virginia will take control. There's Eric Dickman, team alternate captain, one of the two tonight. Team alternates for the West Virginia Mountaineers are Eric Dickman and Alex Ventura. Vedetta now with the clear out in front. That will not be a high-sticking call. Sam Benishevitz tried to make a pass to the front of the net in the slot to try to make something happen. Couldn't make anything happen. 3:53 left to go in this very back-and-forth first period. Sam Benishevitz will now hang on to it at the point. Benishevitz to the front. A little bit of a bouncing puck right there. Schwartz could have had the tip on that. Benishevitz with the shot just wide. Jack McDonald, good pressure right there. Jack McDonald couldn't find anybody and almost swings a breakaway right there for Howie Lemon. Great hit by Ellis Rushford. Ian O'Rourke will hang on to it as Jack McDonald now will carry us back in. Big hit there by Collins. Huge hit as Ellis Rushford now will spring. Almost got on the breakaway right there. And a penalty to be called on State on a
this
trip.
One's going to be on West Virginia. Joey Hall was headed to the bench.
Looks like Collins will be heading to the box right there. That's second penalty of the night for West Virginia. Well, third if you count the 4-on-4.
A couple of dangerous hits there in the open ice. Luckily, nobody got hurt, but looked to be dangerous to me. And that shot by Banishevitz got deflected. Good opportunity for him there.
Jack McDonald against Alex Evans. 3:19 left to go. A power play that could really define the second period start right here as Ian O'Rourke will make the quick pass to Eric Todd. Eric Todd over to Ian O'Rourke, no dice there. Ellis Rushford just outside. Eric Todd right now trying to find a little bit of money with that puck. Sam Benishevitz will now try to make a quick pass up as Sam Benishevitz will make the pass back there to Ellis Rushford. No dice there. Sam Benishevitz working it. Benishevitz, what a clinker! That's a sad moment right there for Sam Benishevitz. That puck had dead to rights on Hunter Ivy. Quick shot right there. Eric Todd, another clink on the post. Man, Hunter Ivy needs to be kissing those posts right now. What a great job right there by the goalie's best friends there, Ethan.
Yeah, State's beaten Ivy a couple times. Banishevitz beat him there, and I thought Rushford beat him earlier. But keep doing that, and eventually the puck will go in. Ivy's allowing 10.5 goals against per game. 850 save percentage, though, which is the best on the team.
Draw one by West Virginia. Puck is carried back in again there by State. State handling it very well. There's team captain Sam Benishevitz. A little bit of back and forth there with Rushford. Benishevitz with the shot. No problem there for Hunter Ivy. A little bit of fisticuffs at the front between Eric Dickman and Eric Todd. Eric Todd, the team's first-line center, had 4 assists against Duke.
Yeah, sometimes you're going to get assists with Banishevitz and Jimenez just by being on the line. Todd's taking a seat, actually. But yeah, sometimes you're gonna get assists just by being on the ice at the same time to them. That's how good they are.
A couple lineup changes here for NC State. You see Ellis Rushford beginning to work on the first pairing for the Wolfpack. And Matt Costigan will get a third-line promotion from his typical fourth-line spot as Eric Johnson will get back into the lineup as Ethan Schwartz will take the fourth-line right-wing spot.
I'm actually surprised that Johnson got the fourth line over
Ventura.
Costigan.
Great save there right there by Joey Hall. It's a 4-on-4. Trevor Merchant. Merchant on the break. Merchant over to Ian O'Rourke, and he scores! Ian O'Rourke from a pass from Trevor Merchant. What a goal right there.
Excellent 2-on-1 play from the back on the 4-on-4. State's going to go on the penalty kill now as Collins gets out of the box. Sam's talking to the refs about something. I don't know what it would be.
They're keeping the puck. I think that was Ian O'Rourke's first of his career.
Yeah, I was about to say, that might be his first.
What a great job from Ian O'Rourke. Coach Jeff Wing gives him a little bit of tap on the bench. Really great job right there. It's going to be 5-on-4 for the next 1 minute and 43 seconds right here for West Virginia. But going 2-1 into the intermission, Ethan, that's going to be really good for the Ice Pack.
Well, he's still got to kill off this power play. Next time O'Rourke comes on the ice, we'll check to see if he has the orange laces, which is what the team does. Before you score a goal, you got to wear orange laces. So I think that's going to be our method of telling whether or not that was his first goal. But my guess is that it was.
I think he's going to probably take those off in the locker room instead of on the bench. He's standing up right now, so we'll see what happens there. Really great job from Ian O'Rourke and Trevor Merchant on that 2-on-1 rush. Great job on the breakout to make sure they utilize West Virginia's defensive lapses to get in front. They're still trying to decide something. They sent the West Virginia player back to the box because I think they realized that it wasn't a power play goal.
Yeah, I was about to say, he came out of the box, and I'm not really sure why. Because usually, if I'm not mistaken, 4-on-4 doesn't, the 4-on-4 goal doesn't mean the player comes out of the box.
Well, 4-on-4 is actually even strength. When you think about it, it's just one man less on each team.
Right, but I'm saying when the team scores, the other team shouldn't have the player come out of the box.
Oh, right, absolutely.
Maybe that's how they do it in, up north. I have no idea.
Alfonsetti will win the draw back to Chris Wing and will wait the official announcement from the PA announcer as Eric Muir will control it well. Chris Wing will handle that puck. And Mura now will make the pass up to Trevor Merchant. Merchant through the zone. There's Merchant back to Mura. Mura will take the quick shot. Chris Wing will lose control. And there's a breakaway right there for Jay Cooper if he hurries. Jay Cooper on Joey Hall. Jay Cooper, really good defensive play right there by Eric Mura, the transfer from UNC Charlotte. Great job right there with the simple poke. Tries to spring a man to Merchant, and he will not get on the breakaway right there. Good breakout, though. Merchant to the front of the net. Alfonsetti couldn't find it. There's Huffnagel. Control by Chris Wing. Trevor Merchant in front. Trevor Merchant just high. Great job right there by the new freshman.
West Virginia's on the power play now.
Ventura controls it well, Ethan. And looking at it, about 35 seconds left here on this penalty kill as Alfonzetti will take it back on the offsides. State did great on the penalty kill last weekend, though. So what do you got to say about that?
Yeah, they sure did. Special teams has been a lot better here in the first period, but yeah, penalty kill's been big. State hasn't struggled with the penalty kill a whole lot, in my opinion. Power play hasn't done well, but the penalty kill's been fine.
Lensmeyer will take that draw right there against Alex Evans. Pass it back right there to Ryan Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer will send it back in as Ivy controls it behind the boards. Jeffrey DiGiuseppe now will clear that puck up as Cam Mazikowski will control it. And Schwartz. And here's the announcement. Ian O'Rourke will get that goal. And Trevor Merchant will get the primary assist. It's carried back in once again by Lemon. There's Alex Evans controlling that puck. Great pressure there from Eric Todd. Now it's carrying it back up. Ryan Lensmeyer now will pressure the puck carrier with 15 cents left to go in this first period. Good hit right there by Eric Todd. Cam Mazikowski will now pass it up. Cam Mazikowski can't find it. Joey Hall, great poke right there. Little bit some loose change out in front with the quick job right there. Great block by John Kopenberg. And the period is over. Kopenberg's slow to get up.
Big dude. He doesn't go down easily.
At the end of the first, it is 2-1 NC State. We'll be back soon with the first period intermission report with Zach Sawai and Ethan Berry right here on PackTV. A raucous first period here at the Raleigh Iceplex between the Ice Pack and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Zach Sawai alongside Ethan Berry tonight for the matchup on a beautiful Friday night for some hockey. Ethan, that was a really big back and forth period for about the first 10 minutes. Following that, State really took the advantage. What did you see from up here?
Yeah, I would agree. Like I said, I really thought the teams were just going to slow play it in the first period, and they did that probably the first 6 to 8 minutes. West Virginia got that early goal, but then I thought towards the end, the second half of the period anyway, State was really the better team on the ice.
And looking like a better team too. Great jobs from, of course, Ian O'Rourke and Trevor Merchant. Great jobs on the forecheck there as well. What did State really have to do to maximize their scoring depth, realizing that the dominant duo is missing one of their counterparts?
Well, you just got to create opportunities, and State did that. They had, I'd say, 5 or 6 good scoring opportunities, and Banashevitz only had 1 of them. So that means that the rest of the team is doing well, and 2 of them went in. So you'll take that any day of the week.
This has been a really good pressuring game as well, especially in the offensive zone and the neutral zone. As for most of that first period, there was a lot of trapping going on. What that essentially means is that players were stopping each other from getting into each other's respective zones. So it's been a very much amount of solid play. But alongside of that as well, it's been a story of goaltending here tonight. Hunter Ivy against Joey Hall. Hunter Ivy, not the prototypical starter for West Virginia. We saw that there's another goaltender on there as well. But Joey Hall is having an okay night tonight. Ethan, talk about what you've seen from him so far.
Yeah, I think Joey's actually been really good. He gave up that early goal, but I don't read too much into that. It was just kind of a fluke play, and I mean, sure, it's one he'd love to have back, but it's nothing where you're like, oh, they really beat him there. But after that, I really thought he cleaned it up. Stayed in the crease. You know, we've seen him come out of the crease a few too many times, which is what happened that first time. One thing I like to see him get better the second and third period is his rebound control. I thought he gave up a couple too many rebounds. Fortunately, State was the first team there, so West Virginia wasn't able to take advantage. But all around, really solid effort in the first period from Joey. Speaking
of fluke plays, of course, the first goal right there by Tyler Alfonzetti was from a behind-the-net pass. Nothing that we saw up here very well, but with really small plays like that, kind of chip plays that are really hard to really emphasize skill. How does puck luck affect this game, especially just the amount of luck that goes on the ice every night?
Well, it's huge, and really you can say that for any sport. But I'm a believer that you make your own luck. If you're not hustling, you're not going hard, then luck may not fall your way, and at that point, it's hard to fault luck. But State played hard in the first period, and they got a couple fortunate bounces.
State's doing a great job on special teams as well. I'm not sure if that power play goal, the goal was scored on the power play or not, but nonetheless, the power plays look astronomically better over the past several weekends. Ethan, what have you seen? I mean, you've been with the team for a very long time, so you've been watching it from behind the scenes as well. So what have you seen in progression from the special teams units?
Well, State's always had a good power play, and really this semester it hasn't been good, like I've mentioned time and time again. But like you said, it was a lot better there. State even scored a 4-on-4 goal. But that first power play was just, I mean, that was as good as it gets, really. State had 2-3 great opportunities, and that's without Luis Jimenez, and then State scored, I believe, at the end of the power play. It may have been a back on 5-on-5, but I thought it was on the power play. Either way, special teams much improved, which State really needs.
So Ethan, finally, second period adjustments going into here. How is NC State going to be able to control Brian Dickman and Alex Ventura from the Mountaineers, and any other keys and adjustments you think are necessary?
Well, like I said, you got to keep, you got to avoid defensive turnovers. State struggled with that. They didn't struggle with it in the first period, but it's, it's an issue that State's had, and I imagine that it's not something that they can just get rid of. So definitely keep an eye on that. West Virginia had the same issue though, so maybe it's a team. Maybe it's the team that makes less mistakes. Offensively, really, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. State easily could have had 4 or 5 goals. In my opinion, Banashevitz rang the post, as you mentioned. Really, the last 10 minutes were pretty good, so I'd say just keep doing what you're doing.
Fans are warming up right there back on the ice, and of course the ice needs to get colder for the players to go back on. We'll be right back here at the Raleigh Iceplex right here on PackTV. We welcome you back here to the Raleigh Iceplex. Ethan Berry and Zach Salwaye. I'm Zach. Sorry about that, but really big night here tonight, Ethan. Of course, we're talking really a lot about Military Appreciation Night. So what does this night mean to the team and really to the fans watching?
I mean, well, it's just great. We wouldn't be here without the military, and they haven't done anything out on the ice yet, but I think they will. I think Coach Gazzillo said before the third period, so we're looking forward to that. But, I mean, it's great. As you mentioned, breast cancer awareness last week, military appreciation this week. It's just great.
A lot of great things happening, a lot of great fundraisers by the team as well for very important events. Last weekend was breast cancer awareness, and this weekend was military appreciation. We're talking a lot here, Ethan, sort of just about the team doing well to raise funds by themselves, not without any professional help. These are all students basically running a small business here, Ethan. How well are they doing from your perspective? Like we've been talking about all night, you've been with the team for a long time. You've seen these kind of nights.
Yeah, I mean, they do a great job. Chris Wing is the president. A lot of other guys help out. Sam Banashevitz, Mike Gazzillo obviously helps out a lot. A lot of the seniors are very involved. Ian O'Rourke is another guy that helps out a lot. And they just do a great job. I believe they had an autism awareness night last week, or something to do with children. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I mean, the hockey team doesn't really make much of a profit. So, when they're donating ticket sales to these organizations, that really shows you what it's about. It's not about, the hockey team making money. They really just want to help the community.
The team themselves don't want to get paid, and that's a big thing, of course, with college hockey. They really just want to make sure they have enough to buy their ice time, their equipment, their locker rooms, everything like that. It's been a great night here for hockey, and we'll be back very soon right here on PackTV for even more. The teams are back on the ice here, well, at least West Virginia is. State has yet to come out of the locker room here. Zach Salwaye alongside Ethan Berry here for tonight's matchup. According to some sources that we have here, Ethan, we have a watch party going on at Tally Pavilions. Wanted to give a quick shout out to them as well for this game. It's a big event going on. It's great to see that fans are supporting NC State hockey.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually it's a watch party for next week. So State will be in Charlottesville for the tournament. Game starts at 4:30. They're having a watch party at Tally Student Union where fans can watch our stream. Well,
it's an early shout out in case we forget them next week, Ethan. It's a great thing to know that NC State hockey has a lot of fans, especially considering they are a D2 sport right there. And it's really been just a great game all in all, Ethan. So just really talk about what West Virginia has to do for tonight's game.
Well, they need to get back to the guys who they know can score. Ryan Dickman, Jake Cooper, 14 goals on the year. Haven't called his name a lot. Alex Brennan, 10 goals, 5 assists. Haven't seen a whole lot from those guys. West Virginia is really going to need them to step up, along with Alex Ventura. And, you know, if they can do that, they've got plenty of offensive ability, and they can get back in this game.
Not a lot going on here, Ethan, and the team's getting set up. Once again, these teams, you know, don't know each other very well. These are not teams that have a lot of friends within each other, and it's good to see that, you know, these teams are really going to just really have a great second period and a great game all in all. It's going to be a great matchup, and it's going to be an even better second period. These teams are fresh, coming off with fresh legs. Of course, West Virginia has the notorious bus legs. No team really wants to have that here, Ethan. But how is fatigue from this road trip that West Virginia took to get down here going to play into their game tonight?
Well, if you ask me, they got outskated in the first period. So we'll see if they pick it up second and third period. I think the only way we'll know if they really have bus legs is when we see them tomorrow. Same game tomorrow night. Right back here, and then State will actually head to West Virginia next year to return this trip.
Jack McDonald now will take the face-off against Alex Ventura. McDonald's will win that draw and backs back right there to Collins. Tipped out a play right there by Sam Benishevitz. 6 seconds in, we already have a stoppage. Welcome back here at PackTV. Zach Sawai alongside Ethan Berry for tonight's broadcast of NC State versus West Virginia. Puck carried in right there by Jack McDonald into the State bench once again. 14 seconds in, we already had 2 plays that have gone out of bounds.
It seems like, especially in these games, you either play for 5 minutes straight without a stoppage, or you get 5 stoppages in 30 seconds. Right now we're in the 5 stoppages in 30 seconds stage of this game.
We'll see if we can count the amount of stoppages, Ethan, and see if you're right. Jack McDonald now will win that draw. Pass it up to Eric Todd. No dice there. Eric Todd in the corner will try to finagle it, as Ellis Rushford now will go with a quick shot. No dice there again. Puck went just high there on Alex Ventura. Now the puck is carried around by Collins. Collins tried to spring him man, but Ellis Rushford really lays the body on him well. Ventura will send it back in as Jack McDonald carries it back in, and Collins now will finagle it behind the net. Puck is working again. There's Jake Cooper. Cooper in front of the net. Benishevitz with the shot off the post. Great job right there by Sam Benishevitz to pressure that puck well.
Second time he's hit the post tonight.
Players really hate to hear that clink of the post, but goalies love it. And Sam Benishevitz and Hunter Ivey have heard it many times tonight and have had different feelings about it. Alex Ventura now will play a little bit of dump and chase right there with his counterpart in Brian Dickman. Line mates, best friends, whatever you want to call it, they're good as a line and they're good as a pair. And arguably, they're the dominant duo for the Mountaineers.
Well, you'd think the stats certainly show it. You know, we haven't seen West Virginia this year. I've never seen West Virginia, but there's no way to know how they compare. I mean, how they compare to Banishevitz and Jimenez especially, but I'm sure they're a great duo. Their stats certainly say so.
Night is just getting started here going into this second period. Still waiting for several events to happen as Jack McDonald now will go into the face-off circle here. And there's Ellis Rushford. Ellis Rushford loses control. There's Alex Evans. Back to the point right there. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd is now sprung in on the breakaway. And there he goes. Eric Todd. Big save right there by Hunter Ivey. Tried to pass it back up to Sam Benishevitz. And no dice there. It's carried again, once again there by Alex Evans. Evans tries to work his way around Chris Wing. Couldn't do anything about that. Ryan Kinney now will pick it back up. Tries to spring McDonald, but there was no man there. Kinney back to McDonald. Sam Benishevitz tries to collect it to keep that puck onside, and he does. Sam Benishevitz to the front of the net. Big save by Hunter Ivey. The puck is skirted back into the corner right there. Alex Evans now will pass it back out, and a little bit of a hand touchdown by Chris Wing. I don't really know what you call that. But now Eric Mura settles down.
More good opportunities here first couple minutes of the period. State really, it's a 2-1 game, but State looks like they're could break it open.
Tyler Alfonzetti handling it well behind the net. Tyler Alfonzetti now to the front, and he couldn't get anything right there as Trevor Merchant now will chase down Kevin Bott. Couldn't get to it. Again, there's Shaden Gilbert. Gilbert facing off against Kinney. Kinney will win that race. Pass back out once again by Michael Chila and carry back in by Gilbert. There goes Gilbert. Gilbert rushing in. Defended well by Mura. Great job right there in front of the net. There's Tyler Alfonzetti now. Tyler Alfonzetti will make a quick chip pass up to Trevor Merchant. Couldn't get anything on that play right there. Kevin Bott will handle it once again. Bott's a player we've seen a lot tonight here, Ethan. A little bit short in stature, but he's been playing very well.
Yep, I agree. You know, West Virginia's got to keep playing hard. We know they're a good team. Eventually they'll, you know, start to play better in this game.
Brian and Eric Dickman hail from Charleston in Virginia. Great place to live and a great place to play as well. Really two great players, and they've really combined well. First line D pairing for the defenseman and Dickman, and first line offensive pairing for the offenseman and Dickman. No problem right there for Joey Hall on the Swallow. PackTV brings you inside a lot of sports here, and one of the great sports that we actually do have is men's lacrosse. Let's take a look. So as you can see right there, men's lacrosse will be taking on Virginia Tech at 7 p.m. next Saturday. Well, whenever it is, it'll be a great match, but all sports you can find right here on PackTV as we bring you into the pack. Thank you once again for supporting this channel and our efforts right here as we bring you live coverage of NC State hockey and all of NC State club sports as well. Carried back in once again by Addison Collins. Collins now will throw it back in. Really great job skating up the ice with good speed. To the slot, no one home. Great glove right there by Joey Hall. Open net in front. They get it out just in time. Ventura now to the front of the net. Couldn't get anything on that. There's Charleston native Brian Dickman. Dickman out hustled right there by John Kochlenberg, who we're happy to see back here, Ethan. He's doing a great job once again back in the lineup.
Yeah, Kochlenberg's a good guy to have out there. He's a physical presence as he's aggressive offensively.
Hayden Dewey out to the front, no dice right there as Dickman now will re-carry that puck. Dickman will send it back out to Ventura. No luck there as Cam Mazakowski will touch it. No icing. Dickman now will control it. Dickman will try to find Ventura. He can't do it. Dickman fans on the pass. Dickman now will try to go behind the boards as Ventura leaves it for the open man. Once again, there's Jake Cooper. To the front of the net, there's Eric Webb. Eric Webb will now carry it back in. And Hunter Ivy will swallow it down.
Back and forth play here to start the second period. A couple more opportunities for State. You feel like eventually West Virginia's going to get some chances, but we'll see.
State hasn't had a lot of opportunities here in the first 5 minutes. It's mainly, again, Ethan, been a lot of back and forth here. The Ice Pack really need to give these fans something to be excited about here going into the third period on Military Appreciation Night. Back at it again tomorrow night with puck drop around 8:30, warm-up starting at 8:15. Me and Ethan will be back on the call once again for tomorrow night. It's going to be an exciting one. Second part of the home and home here as Joey Hall makes a nice, good save right there. Puck almost went out right there as Eric Johnston will now chase that down in the forecheck. Once again, there they go. Alex Evans. Alex Evans misses Howie Lemon right there. Tried to find Alex Brennan. Brennan couldn't get it as Eric Johnston will carry it back out. Once again, there's Schwartz. Schwartz will now try to get it back in. Handled well by Michael Chila. Chila playing a really solid game, so only has a goal this season. Really could have a lot more with the good defensive effort that he's showing. Back out to the front once again, we have Alex Brennan. Handled well, there's Ian O'Rourke. Rourke will chip it back in as the Ice Pack get back out for some fresh legs.
It looks to me like that was O'Rourke's first goal. He's got orange laces on, so I'm sure he can't change them now, but during the game, but I imagine he'll change them after the game.
13:57 left to go here in the second period, and really just a great game being played, and we can't really get over that great cause as well. But going into the ACCHL tournament, the next game that will really define the Ice Pack is going to be next weekend. Well, tomorrow night, actually, on Saturday night, between Wake Forest and JMU to decide who NC State will be playing at 4:30 next Friday. The PackTV crew will be up there bringing you live coverage of that game. It'll be a fantastic tournament, and no promises yet, but we may be broadcasting most of the tournament as well, not only Ice Pack games. More information will be brought on that through our Twitter at Into the Pack. Be sure to follow that as well for all updates that you need. Special shout out as well to at Ice Pack Game Day for really revitalizing this fan base here with the NC State Ice Pack and making it a bit more of a modern twist on social media marketing as well. So a big shout out to the efforts they're doing. Eric Todd back out to the front right there. There once again is Brendan. Brendan now will carry it back out and it's thrown back out. Hall. Icing is waved off as Chris Wing will collect it. Chris Wing will still handle it back in the defensive end.
Ice Pack Game Day crew's usually right here in front of us. I don't see him today, so maybe they must not be at the game.
As well, there's also You Can Play Night at the PNC Arena for the Carolina Hurricanes, and a lot of ticket specials were given out for that one as well. So that may be the cause for a little bit of a diffused attendance tonight, but nonetheless, still great night either way. Both games representing great charities, and it's something to pay attention to as well. No icing on that play. Pressuring there's NC State's first line. Banashevitz tried to make that pass right there to Eric Todd. Couldn't get anything right there as Gilbert will make the pass up there to Daniel Haran. Haran with the quick shot just wide of Joey Hall. Gilbert will handle it again. Puck flitters up with a shot. What a save by Joey Hall. Great pad effort. Eric Todd will not win the foot race against Zachary Evans, and the puck is carried back out. Once again, there they go. There's DiGiuseppe. DiGiuseppe now with the quick shot. Good save by Joey Hall with the rebound just going wide. Eric Mura now will handle it very well. Eric Mura, good skating abilities and puck handling skills. Dumps it for the quick line change here, Ethan.
Yeah, Joey made a good save there. That might have been his toughest one of the night. And he didn't catch it clean, but he was able to bat it away. And could have been dangerous, but good defensive work there from Hall.
Puck there cleared out of bounds right there. Almost a direct out of bounds play right there. That might have been a delay of game penalty, but it must have been deflected on the way out. Ventura against Merchant with the win as Alfonsetti will collect it off the body of Alex Ventura. There's Tyler Alfonsetti now working it. Tyler Alfonsetti still around the boards. There goes Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti behind the net with a little bit of a tic-tac-toe play gone wrong. Nobody there to capitalize on that beautiful passing play. Cam Mazikowski now will handle it well. And almost springs Brian Dickman on the power play. On the breakaway, rather. I got to get my aways right here, Ethan. As Alfonsetti will carry it back in. Alfonsetti tried to do a little bit of juking right there. Couldn't get anything on that. But Trevor Merchant will collect it. Ryan Kinney will still handle that puck well as Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti with the quick shot, and it's just off the body right there of Zachary Evans. And it springs on a 3-on-2 breakout right there. There's Cooper. Cooper with the quick shot and a good save. Easy one there by Joey Hall. No problem for him there. Trevor Merchant almost had a breakaway on that, but it was deflected. Ref saying the icing was going to be waved off here. And there's a stoppage of play. PackTV always brings you into some great sport as well. Next, we're going to take a look at some women's rugby coverage that we actually participate in a lot here at PackTV. Women's rugby, a great team, of course, facing off at 1 p.m. next Saturday against the University of South Carolina, brought to you right here on PackTV. Really great coverage by the rest of our crew here at PackTV. Special shout out to all the others as well. Puck is shot wide, and there's actually a penalty on Jake Cooper. He'll be sitting for 2 minutes, and NC State will go on the power play once again here, Ethan. What does State got to do?
Oh, I see him in the box now. I never saw that penalty called. State's got to pick up where they left off. Opportunity there for McDonald, but State's just got to pick up where they left off, like I said. Get the puck to the front of the net, give Banashevitz some opportunities where he can fire from the slot.
Ellis Rusher now will pass it back in. There's Eric Todd. Eric Todd will throw it in there to Tyler Huffnagel for the clear back out. Flat start to this power play. State hopes to make it better as Ellis Rushford will spring up Eric Todd. Eric Todd going through the zone. Eric Todd tried to make a pass right there to Jack McDonald. There's Ian O'Rourke. O'Rourke with the tip out in front by Ellis Rushford. Good, easy save right there and he scores! Ellis Rushford off a stop shot by Hunter Ivy. Beautiful wrister right there for Rushford. That's one of his first of the season here, Ethan.
Yeah, great offensive play. Rushford's always been a good offensive defenseman. And he went for the tip try there, got his own rebound, turned around, and fired it home. It looked like to me on the tip opportunity, it looked like he could have knocked the puck down because nobody was behind him. But he tipped it, and Ivy made the initial save. Rushford got it back and fired it home short side.
Really great job right there by Ellis Rushford. Capitalize on that power play. That's one of NC State's first power play goals of the night. If that one earlier was not on the power play. Of course, the draw is one. Eric Mura will send it back in. Puck is deflected out right there by West Virginia, and the play is stopped.
Yeah, State's 2 for 3 on the power play by my count. Pretty sure the first one was on the power play. It may not have been. I feel like we've had a bunch of those recently where the goal has been scored at either the very end of the power play or just after it ended.
Matt Costigan waiting to take the draw there against Ventura. West Virginia now seems to be a bit more tamed after that last sequence of events, riding a 4-game losing streak. Not something to be very happy with coming into this one. Losing last against Mercyhurst University, 5-1. Coming into this game, they've had a week off. They've had a little bit of time to rest there. As Hayden Dewey tried to make something happen, but couldn't. Brian Dickman will make a pass to Ventura, and it's a little bit of back and forth tic-tac-toe between them and Howie Lemon. Lemon on the first line right there, somebody that really is performing well. Has 10 goals and 7 assists on the season. Eric Mura with the strong forecheck right there. Eric Mura. And now a 2-on-1 for Matt Costigan and Hayden Dewey. Matt Costigan couldn't get the pass over. Ventura now will throw it back right there for Chila. And Chila now will pass it back to Hayden Dewey, and Hayden Dewey will now mess with it a little bit. Couldn't get anything right there as the play continues to develop. In the corner battle, West Virginia will take advantage of it and spring on a 2-on-2 breakout, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Again, there's Lemon. Lemon working at it well. Ventura from behind the net. There's Captain Dickman. Dickman to the slot, nobody home. Hayden Dewey with the horse race. And there they go. Ryan Lensmeyer, nobody with the speed right now. Matt Costigan throws it, tries to get it to the front of the net, but a good stop right there by Ventura. Through the skates, wow, what a joystick move right there. AB level up gold star by Alex Ventura. What a job right there, as John Copelandberg will clear it out of play.
It was a big hit. Pretty sure that was... Let's see who takes a seat.
It will be Lensmeyer.
Yeah. Lensmeyer had the big hit. Did seem like it was a little after the play. But either way, West Virginia's got their second power play. State's disputing it a little bit. I'm not sure what they're upset about. Looked like a good call to me, though.
The rest always have the hardest job on the ice here, Ethan, and that's just not something we can argue with a lot here. As Cam Mazikowski will fight off that lost draw. There's Alex Evans, will pass it back there to Huffnagel. Huffnagel alongside the boards, and the puck is collected there by Collins. Trevor Merchant now will try to contain that puck. Now it's passed back to the point there. Cooper over to Huffnagel. Huffnagel into the corner. Alex Evans. Really, really strong overload shooting system going on right there. Try to go over there to the office for Jake Cooper. Couldn't get any work done in that office. Great block right there by Alfonzetti. Almost sprung him on the breakaway, but no dice right there. Again, as Collins will carry it back in. Great job on the penalty kill here by State. Collins with the shot. Big blocker save by Joey Hall. Alex Evans with the shot. Try to go for the tip right there from Ventura. No luck. Collins will start to try to handle it, but Alfonzetti will keep it, and he clears it out.
Well, it might have been West Virginia's best opportunity of the night there. Alfonzetti working hard at the top, and couldn't get the puck out the first time, and West Virginia almost took advantage.
Eric Johnson Eric Johnson will try to settle that puck down as a pass back to Cam Mazikowski. Mazikowski will send it flying back out right there to Hunter Ivy. Ivy now with the fluke pass right there to Eric Dickman, team's assistant captain. There's Cooper. Cooper, nice deflection right there by Schwartz in the neutral zone. The puck is thrown back out of play with 6:34 left to go in the period and 28 seconds left to go on Ryan Lensmeyer's 2-minute minor.
Mazikowski with a couple good clears. Here he comes again.
Cam Mazikowski. Mazikowski trying to work his way around Chila, and he can do it. Cam Mazikowski, Rookie of the Year, and it's stopped by Hunter Ivy. Good pressure, short-handed for NC State. We saw a short-handed goal not too long ago, actually. I believe there was one against Duke, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, nonetheless, State has done well on their special teams, and one of the great things as well is that they've been able to not only do well on the power play, but on the penalty kill for offense.
State, I agree. State, sometimes they look like they're the ones on the power play when they're actually on the penalty kill, and that kind of looked like it there for a minute with Mazikowski, as you mentioned, the recent goal, but State's special teams have just been excellent today.
Off the draw right there, there's Addison Collins rather. Collins will make the quick pass up to Brian Dickman now. Brian Dickman, the team's captain, great leadership skills on the ice. Ventura will in the corner battle with team captain Sam Banashevitz. With the shot just wide, penalty ends. As the play continues, Ian O'Rourke will not win that corner battle as it's handled once again by Daniel Harden. Harden now behind the net, couldn't do anything about that. Huge hit right there by Ellis Rushford, the big physical skater. Sam Banashevitz now will make sure that play happens, and he can do it, and it's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Jack McDonald, and there he goes. McDonald, he scores! Jack McDonald, no problem for him. He can't be stopped. 4-1 NC State.
Excellent play. I thought he was going to make a pass, but he didn't. Ivy might have thought he was going to make a pass too, but McDonald's got one of the best shots on the team, and he showed it off right there.
Welcome back, Jack. Something that a lot of the State players will be saying here tonight for the Ice Pack. Really, really great job rushing into the zone and taking a nice top shelf shot. Sam Banashevitz giving him a little bit of a high five right there. Instrumental to the team play last year, Ethan, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. He's been a guy that State's missed. He scores goals when State needs them. That's what he does best, it seems, and he got another one there.
Ellis Rushford will contain that puck once again. Try to spring an open man McDonald once again. Shows what he can do in the breakaway, but controlled well right there by West Virginia. Puck is thrown back right there. Quick thing about Jack McDonald, too. This will be his last season on the team as he's graduating after this season as well. There's Sam Banashevitz. Banashevitz with the shot. He scores! Sammy Banashevitz, what a shot right there by the 5'11 senior. What a great job. That is his 6th goal in 4 games, Ethan.
Tell you what, was interested to see how he would do without his line mate Jimenez. Well, he got a goal there, and nothing Ivy can do about that. Banashevitz, not sure if he's the best player West Virginia faces all year, but he's got to be up there, and he showed why right there. Timeout's
being taken there. I think it's West Virginia who took the timeout. They're making a goaltending switch. Matt Myers coming in for Hunter Ivy. Played a great game, though, Ethan.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a West Virginia timeout. That way that State would want to stop play the way they're playing right now. But, yeah, Ivy was in net. He looked good in the first period. And like I said, in the first period, it looked to me, State beat him a couple times. The puck just didn't go in. Banashevitz rang the post twice. And Ivy came in allowing 10 goals, 10.5 goals a game, and he gives up 5 in almost 2 periods here.
Hunter Ivy played a great game, and now Matt Meyer will take his place back in the net, the team leader, and wins with 5. But quickly here, PackTV brings you into a lot of sports right here, and one thing we do like to take a look at, of course, is the women's soccer team as we take a quick look at that before the play begins once again. As you saw right there, women's club soccer will be facing off against UNCW Saturday morning at 11 a.m. bright and early for the beautiful game right here on PackTV. Tyler Alfonsetti will carry that puck in. It is now 5-1 NC State. Really a blowout, not a lot of people expected. And we have a fight going on. Boxing ring MMA match, tail of the tape. Tyler Alfonsetti against the big Alex Ventura. A little bit of fisticuffs between Trevor Merchant, and I think that's one of the Dickman brothers.
That's actually Alex Ventura headed to the box. Alfonsetti is as well. I'm not sure if Ventura was trying to fire his team up. I sure hope that's what it was, because, I mean, they need something, but that's not really the way to do it. He looked like he was trying to instigate Alfonsetti as they were headed off to the box. And Alfonsetti just didn't seem interested at all.
Yeah, that's not something you want to happen here, Ethan, losing your top scorer to something to spark your team up. Typically, you would want more of a solid player. Even alternate captain Eric Dickman would have been a better choice to try to bring this team back into top shape here. Really good defensive penalty killer and really good defensive player as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the 4-on-4 is going to operate here for State and, of course, the Mountaineers. 4:54 left to go in the second period, Ethan. At least what I think. State has improved astronomically from the first.
Well, I mean, State's just taking State's just taking advantage of the opportunities a little more. Like I said, State could have had 4 or 5 goals in the first period. They've got 3 now. You keep getting those opportunities, and eventually you're going to put them away. That's what State's done here.
Puck is cleared back out. No icing on that one. There's Cooper once again controlling it, and Chris Wing now will hang on to it. Trevor Merchant will send it flying back up. Stolen there well by Dickman. And there's Merchant. Kinney trying to get it to Merchant. Slides in. Great save by Matt Meyer.
Yeah, there was no icing on the other end because Cooper beat Chris Wing to the puck. That's why it was not called. But looks like just 2 2-minute penalties here. Thought maybe there was be a 5-minute roughing, but not this time.
Great music choices going on here in the Raleigh Iceflex. Not something that you would normally really think about here in hockey, Ethan, but it really increases kind of the in-game experience to have these sort of things right there. Of course, you see fans are permitted to bring in, certain towels to keep themselves warm. So some things you wouldn't see typically in a normal sports game. This just really increases the fan experience to have these things in the arena.
Well, it's really a fan-friendly environment.
And it's a 2-on-1 with Shane Gilbert and Daniel Haran. Shane Gilbert over to Haran with a shot, sprawling over. There's Joey Hall with the rebound. What a save! Joey Hall spread out. Beautiful, beautiful saves in succession to the front of the net. Stolen there by Ryan Kinney. Ellis Rushford with the pressure against Addison Collins. Collins now. Kinney will try to carry it back out in the neutral zone. Kinney now will lead the rush back into the offensive zone here on the 4-on-4 as Kinney now works it, loses control of it to Shane Gilbert. There's Haran once again and Vedetta will not carry it. Haven't seen Vedetta a lot this season, but he's been playing okay tonight.
Yeah, he's a good depth guy on the blue line for State, and Gazilla's going to look to get a bunch of guys in. This weekend, the last weekend of the season.
Hayden Dewey now will control, carrying it into the boards. Off the skate of Addison Collins as Haran now will control it once again. Haran will now try to find Shane Gilbert, but he'll just dump it in for the quick change. West Virginia getting some fresh bodies. Big body John Kochlenberg, the senior. Senior in grade level. He's probably the only John Kochlenberg in his family. Not sure on that. But John Kochlenberg will now carry it from the back. Matt Costigan now will control it once again. Matt Costigan goes through the offensive zone, tries to get into the corner, no dice there. John Kochlenberg now will handle it very well as Alex Evans will send it back out to Cam Mazakowski, who set it down. The 4-on-4 ends. Back to true even strength here. And it's a 3-on-1 with Eric Johnston, and it's offside.
Schwartz doesn't agree with that one. To be honest, I didn't see it. Not sure if it was an offside or not. It was close, though.
Not something that can be totally controlled, of course. There's no cameras besides ours that can really show if it was an offside or not, but fans who were probably watching that could probably tell if that was an offside or not. But again, Ethan, linesmen and refs have the hardest job on the ice night in and night out. They got to make those split-second plays, and they can't really take them back that easily if they were wrong. So big props to them. Carried in there by Brennan, pressured well by Schwartz. To the front of the net, Cam Mazikowski, no problem there, handling that puck right there. Puck is sent back out into the neutral zone. And back behind the boards there for State. Ventura now pressuring against John Koeklenberg as Schwartz now will carry it back out. Really just a circular play back and forth for both teams. With a fluttering shot just wide of Joey Hall. Once again, there's Jeffrey DiGiuseppe. To the front of the net, big save right there by Joey Hall. Off a shot from Brennan. Now the puck is carried back in by Johnston. Now there goes Schwartz. Here come the Pack. Schwartz now will come back in to John Koeklenberg. Once again, there's Brennan. Brennan over to Ventura. And the play is called offside with a $1:49 left to go here.
Yeah, really good 40 minutes so far for State. First 10 minutes were really back and forth. West Virginia got the first goal. Since then, it's really been all Wolfpack.
Teams line up to take the draw, of course, and faceoffs have been critical as of late here for the Ice Pack. I've had a lot of great goals, especially goals that have been scored by Cam Mazikowski, especially against UNC Chapel Hill, of course, that goal that I remember so distinctly. Off a beautiful draw win by Eric Todd. Cam Mazikowski did a beautiful job circling the wagons, getting to the slot, taking a good shot right there, Ethan. How important are faceoffs towards this game?
Well, they're really important. You can't score if you don't have the puck.
Absolutely, Ethan. And there goes Jack McDonald. Jack McDonald, of course, making headlines tonight. His first goal in this first game back this season.
Yeah, to the point about face-offs, I mean, every team, it seems like, has a go-to face-off guy. You know, after an icing, you know, there's a certain guy you want out there. And I think for State, it's Andrew Kristoff, who's not out here tonight.
And face-offs are important as well, as, you know, Work will take the quick shot just wide. Alice Rushford now will contain that puck as well. Rushford now behind the net. Rushford to the front of the net, to the slot, tries to find Banashevitz. No luck there. Ian O'Rourke. O'Rourke now will try to pass it back up, trying to get on the quick breakout. No luck there. Eric Todd. Eric Todd will find Jack McDonald. McDonald now will slowly work it. There goes Todd with a chip shot just high. But going back to the point on faceoffs, Ethan, sometimes the refs will throw one of the players out who is taking the faceoff, and they'll have to bring in one of the wingers taking the draw. So how important is it for teams to be able to have everyone do those faceoffs?
Well, it's super important, and a lot of times, you know, you'll have guys, especially at this level, who aren't, they don't play a specific position, they just get put somewhere. So you have guys who are much more versatile, and that's one thing for young hockey players. You want to be versatile. You want to be able to be a winger. You also want to be able to take faceoffs when need be.
Versatility, resilience against adversity. All mantras for all hockey players as they deal with great barriers in their lives towards this great game. And it's a really good thing to see young players really stepping it up. There goes Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti with the shot and a big save there by Matt Meyer.
You were a hockey player when you were growing up, correct?
I was.
Yeah, I was never a hockey player. Couldn't skate right now. Couldn't skate 15 years ago.
A big thing as well, I want to give a special shout out to Triangle Special Hockey, of course, an organization that I've mentored with for a very long time, and they do such a great job. Puck almost goes out of play, but they do a great job with kids who have special needs and really don't have enough resources to play the beautiful game. So it's great to see what they're doing for such a great cause, as Ryan Kinney will now control it as well. Through the front of the net, there you go again. Chris Wing now with a quick clap bomb just wide, blocked there by Addison Collins. Ventura now with 5 seconds left will try to get a quick shot here. Ventura makes a move and is tripped there by Mura, and the Ice Pack will begin the second period on the penalty kill. We thank you for joining us here on PackTV. We're going to take a quick intermission break. Be right back here with Ethan Barry alongside myself, and we're going to have a special guest for our second period intermission report right here on PackTV.
A wild second period here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Zach Sawaya alongside Ethan Berry. Ethan, offensive just explosion by NC State, and a great job led by players in Jack McDonald and, of course, Sam Banashevitz. What can you say about that offensive effort in this second period?
Well, it was just really good. I mean, there's nothing else to say. First period was good as well, just didn't get as many bounces as you'd like. Second period, you got a few more. Rushford, Banashevitz had goals, and I believe there was one more. I can't remember who it was. But either way, State just really kept doing what they were doing, which is what I said during the first period, so I guess I'll just head on to Vegas. But, you know, seriously, though, State's offense is good, and it's getting better, really, especially when Banashevitz and Jimenez picking it up after a rough stretch, and the balance that they've gotten all year, really.
And by your count as well, you said, Ethan, the NC State Ice Pack are 2 for 3 on the power play, which is absolutely incredible for a team that's really had struggles with it all season. What have you seen on this power play that's made them so stand out tonight?
Well, they put the puck on the net. You know, they've had a couple opportunities on the power play that didn't go in. So they've really just been as good as we've seen, certainly in this semester. Maybe the best we've seen all year, which is big headed forward. And they've only had 3 opportunities on the power play. So credit to West Virginia for staying out of the box. But State's power play, like I said, just taking advantage of the opportunities that they've been presented.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Ethan, and that's exactly what the Ice Pack is doing tonight. Getting a lot of good shots on goaltenders in Hunter Ivy and now Matt Meyer. Excuse me. Now, it's heartbreaking, of course, when a goaltender gets pulled midway through the second period, of course, but Matt Meyer is going to step in. What do you see from Hunter Ivy, and what do you expect to see from Matt Meyer for the rest of this game?
Well, Ivy came in allowing 10.5 goals per game, and, you know, I think he just needs more help from his defense. Really, State just had so many opportunities. I thought State's issue was going to be turning the puck over on defense. West Virginia did that a couple times, and State took advantage. But really, State's offense is just that good. You know, it's hard to really blame a whole lot on Ivy and Meyer in the third period if anything happens. But State's offense is just that good. Sometimes there's no defense. You know, usually they say your defense beats the offense most of the time. But tonight, the offense has just been better than the defense.
Absolutely. And NC State's defense has done a great job of controlling the dominant duo from West Virginia in Alex Ventura and Brian Dickman. Now, Ethan, coming into this game, they both had over 15 goals. They're both outstanding players, and Brian Dickman having the goal tonight for the West Virginia Mountaineers. What have you seen from players like Cam Mazikowski and Ellis Rushford to really up the pressure on their offensive outbreaks to limit those high-scoring players?
Well, they've just played smart. They haven't turned the puck over. They haven't been in the penalty box. And, you know, a lot of times in this league, that's where your goals come from, is turnovers and power plays. So if you can eliminate that, it's going to be much tougher for teams to score. Personally, for me, it still seems like you're just kind of waiting on West Virginia to start scoring offensively. And you feel like once they get one, maybe they'll get 2 or 3. So we'll see if that happens in the third period.
And speaking of the third period, Ethan, what are your adjustments for State? And more importantly, your adjustments for a trailing Mountaineers team?
Well, for State, you got to stay aggressive. It's too early to pack the bus, as they say. There's not really an adjustment. You just got to keep doing what you're doing. If State goes into a shell and is just worried about stopping West Virginia, you know, West Virginia's going to make a game out of this. As for West Virginia, look, you just got to take care of the puck and just put the puck on net at this point. You need 4 goals in 20 minutes to tie this one up. If it's me, I'm just firing the puck at the net every chance I get and make Joey Hall beat you.
And Joey Hall's playing outstanding tonight as well. We'll see more of him in this third period right here on PackTV as the Ice Pack take on the West Virginia Mountaineers. We'll be right back. As Wagon Wheel blares behind us here at the Raleigh Iceplex, we're awaiting the third period between the Ice Pack and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Zach Sawaya alongside Ethan Berry for the final part of the second period intermission report. We touched on this a bit earlier, Ethan, but we want to talk about the achievements from the Ice Pack. Really great, outstanding job right there. Cam Mazikowski winning ACCHL Rookie of the Year, and along with Tyler Alfonzetti winning the ACC Scholar Athlete of the Year. What can you say about them?
Well, we'll start with Mazikowski. He's just been a great addition to this team. State's got a lot of upperclassmen leaving this year and next year, so they're going to have big shoes to fill. And Mazikowski's just been phenomenal this year, and he's going to, I'm not going to say be the top guy on the team for the next couple of years, but you know, he's the guy you're going to look to to take the reins from Banashevitz next year. And Jimenez, obviously, this is his last year, but he's just been excellent. He's a good offensive defenseman. He's easily State's best offensive defenseman while I've covered these games. And he's physical presence. He's huge. And he's really somebody that you can build a blue line around. Alfonsetti, funny story. I actually saw him at the library the other day. He was there for a couple hours, and he was there the whole time. And I honestly had no idea that they had a scholar athlete for the ACCHL, but it's a great award, and it's really rewarding. I mean, sometimes, you know, you're sitting in class and you're just like, when is this going to end? What is the point of this? But to get recognized for something like that, Scholar Athlete of the Year, it's rewarding for Tyler, and it's just great representation of the team. And honestly, I mean, people may not believe me, but there's a number of guys who could win this award just on State's team alone, and I'm sure on other teams. You know, these guys take academics a lot more serious than you think. A bunch of them are in graduate school. Ryan Linsmeyer comes to mind. Eric Webb is in weather, and he's all about some weather. And you got Alfonsetti, obviously. But really, it's just a great representation of Tyler and of the program as a whole.
Well, for sure, we hope that Tyler Alfonsetti was working hard and not hardly working. We'll be right back with the third period as the coaches take the bench right here on PackTV. A great match of Friday night hockey here at the Raleigh Iceplex. Zach Sawaya alongside Ethan Berry for the final period of tonight's really blowout game right here by the NC State Ice Pack. A great game, Ethan, and something that, coming into this game, even as I was writing the report for NCSUhockey.org, I looked at some of how West Virginia has played, and I honestly didn't expect, you know, what the style of play that West Virginia typically utilizes. And more importantly, I didn't expect State to really have this blowout victory. Well, not victory yet, but blowout really 2 periods over the Mountaineers.
Well, it's only 5-1, and West Virginia's got a power play here. But I agree with you. I thought this was going to be a close game, 2 evenly matched teams. But like I said, it's 5-1, and in this league, 5-1 is nothing.
There goes Cooper. Cooper now will try to get the breakout going right here again. We thank you for joining us on PackTV for live coverage of this game as we bring you into the pack here. As Addison Collins now will try to score it away from Ryan Lensmeyer. It's Cam Mazikowski. Now good defensive play, and Cam Mazikowski will saucer that puck out of there. What a beautiful clear.
State's got a bunch of good penalty killers. Alfonsetti earlier was playing really well. Mazikowski's got at least 3 clears in this game, which isn't really a statistic. I just made it up, as he has another one there. But Eric Johnston, obviously, excellent penalty killer. Andrew Kristoff, the hardest playing player on the team, in my opinion. Just so many guys that State can go to help kill off a penalty.
Will Bieberdorf not in the lineup tonight, and along with Luis Jimenez, 2 guys that NC State would love to have back in the lineup, but they're doing pretty good with the depth that they do have right now. It's Cam Mazikowski with another takeaway, and we'll clear that puck out once again. Great defense by the NC State Ice Pack as Eric Dickman will receive the pass from Matt Meyer, and it's sprung out right there. As Eric Johnson will pick it up, and will pass it back to Chris Wing once again for a clear.
Yeah. No Jimenez tonight. I don't know this. This is pure speculation on my part. I wouldn't be surprised if he just got the night off, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple guys get the night off tomorrow.
Absolutely. Getting prepared for the ACCHL tournament is going to be very tiring, as there's a great block right there by Schwartz. In front of the net, wide open right there. Not defended well. Huffnagel to the front of the net. They shoot and they score! Howie Lemon finally finds the back of the net. 5-2, State's first power penalty kill. Give the first goal on the penalty kill of the night.
Lemon's 11th of the year. And look, that was a bad first 90 seconds for West Virginia. They couldn't get anything going, but look, the result is what matters. They got a goal. They had a good 15-second stretch there, and they put the puck in the back of the net.
That was really the wake-up call that NC State needed.
Looked a little bit lackadaisical going in right there, but just overall good offensive and defensive effort from Cam Mazikowski until that little lapse. From the point, Vendetta with the shot, kind of bouncing all over the place. Matt Meyer will take and swallow the puck whole. Play is stopped once again. Big shout out to the PackTV crew, the people that do a lot of the work behind the scenes here. Really great work done right here to give us the opportunity to make sure that we're able to come on here every day and try to produce our careers and do something that we love to do. So big shout out to them, and really great technical work. Bringing on new cameras and new equipment every so often. A new scoreboard is a big hit, and it's really going to make the game easier to watch and more fun to listen to. So big thanks to them. Carrying it once again right there is Howie Lemon, who has the goal tonight. Puck is sent flying back in. Eric Mura will touch that puck for the icing.
State's got to have a good couple minutes here. Really good, I'd say 5, 6, 7 minute stretch. West Virginia comes out of the gate, scores a goal to start the period. And another goal here, and State's going to be sweating this one out.
Vendetta with the shot from the point, no dice there. Carried back in, there goes Alex Brennan. Brennan will try to find Lemon once again, no luck there. Eric Todd will now try to go back in on the breakout of Sam Banashevitz. Great speed through the zone. Sam Banashevitz, where the wraparound, no luck there. Eric Mura tries to get to it, and there goes Howie Lemon, and a penalty is called on West Virginia. And the play is stopped right there. NC State will go on the power play once again. Could go for 3 for 4, could go 2 for 4. Nice numbers. We'll find out soon what happens here, but Ethan, another power play opportunity for NC State.
Yeah, 2 for 3 so far. This is the 4th one of the night. We've also had a couple matching penalties. Twice, I believe we've had it. So opportunity here for State. Not a good penalty for West Virginia. You know, you got a little momentum. Maybe you'll make this one interesting. Taking a penalty here is not what you need.
Cam Mazikowski now will handle that puck. Over to Ellis Rushford. Rushford now will take and control that puck. Alfonsetti now in the neutral zone. Good neutral zone play tonight by both teams. Really good, simple passes. Tyler Alfonsetti springs a man. Ring round the rosy, as they say in little kids' lullabies. To the front of the net right there, and Ellis Rushford now collects that puck. Ellis Rushford now to the back of the net. There's Trevor Merchant. Trevor Merchant now will control that puck, looking for an open man. We'll pass it back to Rushford. To the shot just over the boards with a minute 18 left to go on this penalty kill here. Tyler Alfonsetti will pressure a man. Rushford now will just nonchalantly stop it with his skates to the front of the net. Wide open net. Alfonsetti, great block. What a block right there by Bott. Unbelievable block right there. That was a wide open net. Kennedy to the front of the net, and Matt Meyer came across just in time. Tyler Alfonsetti still is controlling it. And another penalty called on West Virginia.
It doesn't make sense to me why they blew the whistle while State had the puck. Did I miss West Virginia touching the puck?
Possibly, Ethan. I'm not sure. That was a little bit confusing to me, but they're calling it a high stick. Sam was discussing it with the ref. Sam Banashevitz, anyway, was discussing it with the ref. The ref. R's are a very important vowel to pronounce here, Ethan.
Yeah, they are. Major key.
Off the draw, Jack McDonald now. NC State will go on the 5-on-3. They need to take a quick shot here. Let's see how it happens. Sam Banashevitz back to Eric Mura. Eric Mura to Banashevitz with the shot. Matt Meyer will hang on.
He won't face a faster slap shot than the one he just saw from about 30 feet away.
Yeah, if Sam Banashevitz does make it back to the ACCHL tournament, well, ACCHL All-Star game, he should really be entered into the hardest slap shot competition. Ian O'Rourke now will control that puck. Ian O'Rourke will find Eric Todd. Eric Todd now finagling. Eric Todd slowly to Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke just wide and couldn't get any opportunity on that. As Sam Banashevitz now goes back to the point, staying on side, but barely. There's Eric Mura off to the sideboards. Eric Mura behind the net there to Jack McDonald. McDonald goes back to the point right there, hearing the crowd say, shoot. Eric Mura to Banashevitz. Banashevitz to Todd. Still working at it. Eric Mura. Eric Mura with the shot. swallowed by Matt Meyer.
Tell you what, State's power play is usually a lot more aggressive than that. You heard the crowd, as you mentioned, yelling at him to shoot. I was pretty surprised to see they were really just passing the puck around and ended up with a pretty long shot there.
State now 2 for 4 on the power play as the original penalty comes out of the box. State will now go back on the 5-on-4 power play. Eric Muir now will take the pass up to Sam Banashevitz. Sam Banashevitz slowly working it at the point. Ian O'Rourke. So Ian O'Rourke who has a chance. Fans on the puck, and it's cleared out of play there by Alex Brennan. Back behind the boards, 4-on-4, Cooper v. Mura. Tail of the tape tonight is Jack McDonald. He's loving it for sure. Jack McDonald now skates through the zone. Through the neutral zone again, there goes Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke goes into the corner once again right there. Still on the power play here with 31 seconds to go. Ian O'Rourke back to Sam Banashevitz at the point, looking for a lane. To the front of the net, Jack McDonald. Really great move out in front, but couldn't stuff it home. Ref skate stops it. Sam Banashevitz tries to go back out. Banashevitz just wide of the net to Ian O'Rourke. Ian O'Rourke, they're still trying to make something happen. Ian O'Rourke once again back out to Banashevitz. And the play starts to settle down. McDonald just wide of the net. Sam Banashevitz now has it. Trying to get one last shot here, but State is now 2 for 5 on the power play. Can't say anything about their effort though, as Brian Dickman will control it once again. Brian Dickman with the cross-ice pass, controlled by Brennan. Couldn't hang on to it right there, and Eric Todd.
McDonald on the power play had an excellent opportunity and sent it wide.
Penalty called once again on Brian Dickman. Looks like it was for the hit right there on Eric Mura. And now there's some extra words being said right there between Ventura and Eric Todd. Eric Todd looks to be saying something about the score right there. Something like, well, don't test me. We're the ones that are up right now.
Well, either that or West Virginia guy was asking about Bojangles. I don't know if they have that up there. Todd may have been showing him the way to Bojangles for a post-game meal.
Or the Waffle House, one of the two. Both are great commodities here in the South.
More of a Bojangles guy myself.
Alfonsetti will win the draw. State now 2 for 5 on the power play. John Kochlenberg will have it back at the point right there. Don't see him very often on the power play. Interesting to see him there tonight. Cross ice to Alfonsetti, not doing a great job of that. Clears it out of play. There's Alex Evans now. Alex Evans controls it, just goes wide. Chris Wing will now control it. Ventura now. Ventura will head in. Swings it back, and Chris Wing will now lead the breakout back for State. Chris Wing, the team president. I saw him walking through Nelson Hall the other day, which is the business school at NC State. I wasn't wearing my best attire that day. I was wearing a completely red tracksuit. The first thing he said to me was, I like the red. Great thing to hear from Chris Wing, the team president, of course, really emphasizing good Wolfpack attire.
Good to know he likes red as he goes to NC State.
John Kochlenberg. John Kochlenberg from the point, almost trickles in. What a save by Matt Meyer. Ventura almost tipped it into his own net, but Matt Meyer got back to make the glove save.
Yeah, excellent shot there from Kochlenberg. Still looking for his first goal. Not sure if he would have got that one because I don't know who deflected it. But yeah, as you mentioned, excellent save there from Meyer. The puck was sitting there right on the right, maybe a foot from the line. And he jumped on it. Looks like they're applauding somebody for something.
This is the part where actually the teams are really paying attention to the military appreciation night tonight as well. Paying particular attention to goaltending coach Alex Rossetto, being a veteran of the Air Force, and even defenseman Ellis Rushford, being a veteran of the Marines. We thank them so much for their service, for allowing us tonight to be here to be able to play this beautiful game of hockey. Really done an incredible job. Chris Wing from the point. Matt Meyer almost loses that one and it's covered up. But Ethan, military appreciation night. Two very important guys to this team. Rossetto, second year on the team behind the bench, and Ellis Rushford, his first year on the ice. How does their history as part of the military really just influence their play tonight and just for the country in general.
Well, it's great to see, and obviously we appreciate them for their service, but they come back and play hockey or coach and play.
Ryan
Kinney, NC State.
Kinney just wide right there. Now controlled by Merchant. Carried again back out there. Chris Wing pass it back out, and it's cleared out by the Mountaineers. But memorizing and really just thanking the military is so important. If you know someone in your life that really has just served, be sure to thank them every once in a while, because truly it brings a lot of pleasure to everyone in the United States of America to know they're living safely in freedom right now, and big thanks to them. As now Chris Wing will control that puck. Matt Costigan will now make a backhand pass right there. Again, there's Kevin Bott. Ryan Kinney, not much to do now. And now it's a 2-on-2. Puck is thrown back out once again. There's Bott. Bott back into the corner right there. I was saying Bach. I was thinking of a musician, not a hockey player.
Yeah, I was a little confused. It was a tongue twister for you.
Bott now controls it again. It's 2 T's, not just one. An interesting fact about that. Puck is thrown back out once again. There's Addison Collins being chased by Hayden Dewey. Playing a little bit of tag right there. Hayden Dewey must be really hungry for that puck. Relentless pursuit of that as Matt Costigan will try to eliminate the forecheck there by the Mountaineers. Controlled again, once again there by Alex Brennan. To the front of the net, Alex Evans with the shot. A good save by Joey Hall. Staying sharp tonight. Penalty on State. Ian O'Rourke with the quick block right there. Brennan still controlling it. At the point now is Collins. Collins over to DJ Sheppy, and Nellis Rushford will touch it. State will go on the penalty kill.
A minute ago, Chris Wing took a shot. Good opportunity. Great save from Meyer. He's not much of a scorer for State, but you can kind of tell that he wants one at the end of his senior year. And he's working for it, and really he deserves one, because he does so much on and off the ice, and he wants a goal at the end of his senior year. I can't blame him.
Nellis Rushford will take a seat for 2 minutes here with 10:32 left to go in the third period. It's a great night for hockey here at the Iceplex. Thank you to all of those who are watching here on PackTV, and of course, big shout out to all the fans that are going to be watching the highlights following this game right here. Thank you for making this channel possible. And thank you for watching NC State hockey right here on PackTV. Brought back again, there's Alex Ventura. Now on the penalty kill for the first time since the beginning of this period, actually, where State gave up a goal. Looking to stay sharp. Ventura surveying his options. Decides to make a quick pass there. Back again to Ventura. Cross ice pass there to Dickman. Dickman now, a little bit of a passing play right there. There's the other Dickman. Tipped out in front right there by O'Rourke. And if they hurry, it'll be a 2-on-1. And it's a 2-on-1 with defenseman. Cam Mazakowski can't reach it in time. Try to make the pass back to O'Rourke to start something. Mazakowski collapses on a West Virginia player. And he's slow to get up right there. That's number 52. That's Michael Chila. That was number 26, actually. It was one of the Dickman brothers. That was Captain Brian Dickman.
Mazakowski's going to take a seat here.
5-on-3 now for NC State. This is not something they want to have, up by 3 goals. They really want to win this game, and having that kind of deficit going into this next sequence of events is not going to be a good thing here, Ethan, and especially considering that State has allowed a couple of defensive lapse goals signed off fluky goals. They need to watch their puck control.
Well, if West Virginia's going to get back in the game, now's the time. 9:49 to go. They've got a minute and 15 seconds of 5-on-3. A goal here or even 2 will make this one interesting.
Matt Meyer will make a quick pass out. As the breakout starts once again, there's Brian Dickman. Brian Dickman will make a pass to Addison Collins, who has great speed up the sideboards right there. Puck is lost in translation right there. I think that's a song by somebody, I'm not entirely sure. Again, there's Lemon. Lemon across to the front. Hall can't find it.
That was a weird sequence to me. Looked like he was making a pass across. and I guess Joey fell on top of it? I mean, maybe it was a shot. I don't know. I was confused.
Well, the goal has not gone up on the board, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to count that as a save. The 5-on-3 continues for State. Trevor Merchant can't win the draw right there as West Virginia takes control. There's Lemon. Lemon at the point. Lemon now will control it in the slot, rushing in great speed. Lemon behind the boards on a wraparound. Joey Hall can't find it. Back out to the front, trying to get to the front of the net without a stick. There's Alex Evans. Evans still trying to control it right there. Back to the point for Alex Brennan. Brennan still looking for a lane on this 5-on-3. Back to Alex Evans. Alex Evans still looking for a possible opportunity. Evan back right there to Dickman. Dickman still can't find anybody. Pressured well. There they go. Not sure if Joey Hall made the save right there, but the puck stays out. And they shoot again. Big save. Great pressure there. Trevor Merchant will clear it, and the Ice Pack kill the first of the penalties.
I don't have any words for what just happened.
Addison Collins now will walk back in. Puck goes just wide. Great defensive effort there by State on that last series of events. It's going to be a huge morale booster as it goes just over the head of Joey Hall. Sam Banashevitz will clear it out, and that'll basically end the penalty. Sam Banashevitz with great speed. Banashevitz, he scores! Sammy Banashevitz with the bow and arrow celly. He can't be stopped. 6-2 NC State.
That's a backbreaker. Man, what a sequence, what a play from Banashevitz going 5-hole on the breakaway. Don't usually see him on the penalty kill, but he got that goal. I'm still trying to process what happened there on the 5-on-3. Hall lost his stick, and it was just a scramble. I have no idea how West Virginia didn't score, but that's a back-breaking sequence there for the Mountaineers.
A short-handed goal, second of the night, Ethan. One more could complete the hat trick. Really a great game from Sam Banashevitz. Joey Hall sends it wide. There goes Alex Ventura, trying to kill the last remaining seconds of this penalty. Joey Hall, no problem for him, snags it.
Talk about another great game from Banashevitz. That's really just rinse repeat. You know, copy and paste that one for tomorrow's game as well. But, you know, it's been everybody else, really, who's helped State build the 6-2 lead, and then obviously Banashevitz's contributions add on to that.
Make sure to come out to the final home game of the season tomorrow night here at the Raleigh Iceplex, as the NC State Ice Pack will take on West Virginia once again. Puck thrown to the front of the net. Jack McDonald couldn't step it home right there. But a big game, the team wants you to come out. The ref trips up Joey Hall. It'd be pretty funny if they call a penalty on the ref. Don't think that'll happen there.
Yeah, not sure that's how that works.
It's definitely not how it works, but they're sending Banashevitz off on a slashing call. With 7:29 left to go, the team captain will be taking a seat for NC State.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. I think that's why Joey Hall came out, because he knew that there was a delayed penalty, so he just wanted to touch the puck. State did well staying out of the box the first 2 periods. 4th power play for West Virginia here in the 3rd, which is not what you want to see, obviously.
Collins once again now will control it. There we go. Once again, there's Lemon. Lemon in the corner. Lemon will get to the front of the net, tipped out in front. Joey Hall will make the save, and it kicks out. Hayden Dewey now will get to the corner. Dickman over to Evans. Evans now back in the zone. Pressured well there by Ian O'Rourke. Alex Evans to the front of the net, just shot wide, but Addison Collins now. Collins will hang on. Excuse me, right there. Hang on to it well there. There's Addison Collins. Addison Collins over to Alex Brennan. To the slot right there, controlled well by Lemon. Goes just out of reach right there. Brian Dickman now will hang on to it. Alex Evans now behind the net. State employing a box penalty kill right now, doing a great job of it. Really eliminating offensive opportunities for the Mountaineers, as Lemon will control it. Lemon will make the backhand pass off the boards, circling the wagons. Hayden Dewey now with a great block. Can't get it out, though. Really wants to get that puck out of here. Collins with a shot against Hayden Dewey's stick. Nothing can do about that. And a misfired pass. And State will finally get the change that they need.
Another delayed penalty.
Looks like they're sending another man to the box for State, and it's John Copelandberg waiting for the ref to make the official call. It's a cross-checking call. Interesting. Didn't see that happen, but from John Copelandberg, gets into it, very physical. Prone to those kind of penalties, Ethan. What can you say about that?
Well, yeah, State did such a good job the first and second period. It was almost like they owed some penalties here in the third. This is the second extended 5-on-3, so we'll see if West Virginia can make something happen.
NC State will now look to kill this penalty here. 5-on-3. Make it a repeat of the sequence of events that happened before. Cam Mazakowski, great defense. West Virginia now has a delayed call. Definitely did not see that happen.
Yeah, they must have something in the penalty box, maybe some cake or something at this point.
Oh, they pulled it for the extra attacker.
Yep. Oh, they did? There's no penalty. Yeah, you're right about that.
They really want to make sure they can get this 6-on-3 working there for the Mountaineers. Mazakowski clears it just wide of the open net. State is really going to try. Sam Banashevich is about to come back on here. So once Sam comes back on, the Mountaineers really need to step it up defensively. Carry back in right there is Jake Cooper. Jake Cooper with a back pass to Daniel Haran. Haran over to Alex Ventura. Mazakowski with the stick lift. Mazakowski will clear looking for a goal, and he just goes wide. Tyler Alfanzetti now with the quick forecheck. Doing well at that as Haran now picks it up. Haran continues to work at it as Jake Cooper now. Now there goes Addison. Addison now. Great moves right there, but can't do it. Cam Mazakowski once again. Mazakowski just goes wide once again. He finally goes off after three missed wide open opportunities right there, Ethan.
Well, I think he was icing the puck. I'm not sure that he was going for the net. But either way, risky play by West Virginia, but you really have nothing to lose at this point.
There's Ventura. NC State looking for that one breakout that they can capitalize on. Banashevich hurries over. Banashevich looking for the hat trick. Banashevich, good pressure. Controlling it now is Kevin Bott. Kevin Bott now slowly working at it. Bott through the zone to the front of the net. Couldn't get it home right there. Bott now back in the corner. They send the West Virginia goalie back on. They got 5 skaters on, so there will not be a delay game call. Good blocker save there by Joey Hall, and they clear it. Penalties are killed. And the puck is sent out of play.
It's an interesting strategy to pull your goalie with 6 minutes left. I actually don't hate it. You've got a 5-on-3. Make it 6-on-3. You're already down 4, so a goal's not really going to hurt you. It's odd, but I don't hate the strategy. I kind of like it, actually.
Waiting for the team to take the face-off once again. It's going to be McDonald against Alex Evans here. By your count, Ethan, how is State doing on the power play and the penalty kill?
By my count, State is 5 for 6 on the penalty kill. West Virginia's 1 for 6 on the power play. And State's 2 for 6 on the power play.
So great job on special teams for NC State. With a bomb from the point right there by Lemon, just wide. Carried back in once again. There's Alex Evans. Control once again by Lemon. Lemon is working at it. Through the slot, just wide of Joey Hall's glove. Glove not getting any love tonight, and I'm sure it wants some. As now Lemon controls it once again. There goes Sam Banashevich. Sam Banashevich with speed and as a rocket, there he goes. Sam Banashevich just fans on it to the front of the net, and he can't get back to it. Eric Mura now will send it flying back in. No icing as he was just above the red line right there. Banashevich checked a little bit as Ryan Kinney now will try to pressure it. Good check right there. Ryan Kinney still has it. Ryan Kinney, cross-ice pass, nobody there to receive it. Now behind the net again, there goes the Mountaineers. Control once again by Lemon. Really great job from him so far tonight.
Tell you what, usually Sam finishes those off. Not sure if he lost the puck or if it was the defensive play.
Howie Lemon, a 5'11" center. Has one of the team's goals tonight, his 11th of the year. Really playing an outstanding game tonight. I'm saying his name a lot up here. Jack McDonald, good forecheck and pressure from him as well. Now carried back in, there's Haran. With a cross-ice pass, intercepted well by Mura. He gets control of it. Now it's Trevor Merchant. Spinorama right there by Trevor Merchant. Beautiful job right there by the Mountaineers to block it off. As the puck is now carried back in. Mura will send that puck out, and that will be a delay of game. It will not be a delay of game. My apologies. Mura stays on. That puck looked like it was a clean out. It looks like it'll be 5-on-5 here, Ethan.
Yep, sure will. 2:12 to go. West Virginia's had opportunities here in the third period, but haven't been able to put the puck in the net.
Controlling it well is the NC State Ice Pack as Alex Vedetta now will pick it back up. Alex Vedetta now will send it flying back up there to Alfonsetti. Alfonsetti now working at it. Alfonsetti now will miss the opportunity. Alfonsetti just wide, but stopped first there by Matt Meyer. Alfonsetti shrugs him off. Ian O'Rourke now will control it, and it goes flying high. If State can pull it off in the next minute 46 seconds here, Ethan, State is going to be 13-6 on the season, and that's an incredible record to have. They're already 7-2 ACC. What does this mean for the team, sort of morale-wise, really going into the ACCHL tournament?
Well, you definitely want your confidence to be at, the highest, I guess, at its peak, and going to be another penalty here. But yeah, I mean, that's what you need going into next week. State just wants to win the ACCHL tournament. You ask anybody on the team, that's really all they want after coming up short the last couple of years. And so, as much confidence as State can get, they'll take it.
Matt Koskinen will send it wide, but Ian O'Rourke now will control it and send it cross ice there to Ellis Rushford. Hayden Dewey now will control it. Sent back up, flying up there by Bott. Ellis Rushford will now control it as Hayden Dewey will now go through the zone. State's on the power play.
Yep.
That's a big thing. Sent flying in right there. Nobody home. Puck through the corner right there. Matt Koskinen still has it. Wide open net. Big scurry in front of the net right there. As you say famously, Ethan, there's a big kerfuffle in front of the net. I don't say it as good as you, so big props to you on that one.
Yeah, I'm really not sure if that's a real word. I just like to say it.
I had no better word to describe that scrum right there, so big props to you. You know better English than I do. As Hayden Dewey will send it tip back in. Jeffrey DiGiuseppe now will control it on the penalty kill. Ian O'Rourke now will control it right there as Alice Rusher now will go back to Joey Hall. With 48 seconds left, if State doesn't score, they will finish the game on the power play. They could make it 7-2 here. As the play is stopped.
Good win for State here. After that weekend in Charlotte and Clemson, the last couple weeks, State's just, in my opinion, played their best hockey of the year. You go back to the Delaware game, too, at the beginning of the semester. Look, like you said, this is what you want. You're peaking at the right time.
Hopefully we'll have a healthy lineup back in time for the ACCHL tournament. Penalty on State, and players and fans obviously displeased with that call. And now the game will be finished on a 4-on-4 here, Ethan.
Yeah, if nobody scores. Somebody voiced their displeasure about that one. Not sure who it was, but wouldn't be an NC State game without 15 penalties, in my opinion.
So NC State will now finish the game for the power play. 2 for 7. On the penalty kill, they will finish 5 for 6. If my numbers are not mistaken here, with 26 seconds left to go. Here I hear NC State and another penalty.
I just don't think this is necessary. There's 20 seconds left in the game.
Especially on the first half of the home and home here, Ethan. They're going to just throw them out. A lot of, as the hockey players say, a lot of chirping going on the ice right now. That's Shaden Gilbert. Last job of the night. Got to be careful with those NC State fans down there. They're pretty rowdy. State awaits the draw right there. They're going to try to explain to the refs the refs are going to try to explain what exactly happened. I'm confused.
Yeah, I am too. There's 22 seconds left in the game. Just let the clock run out at this point. it doesn't, like, it'd be one thing if it goes into the next game, but it doesn't. So in my opinion, just, I mean, there was no fight, just let the clock run.
Shane Gilbert given a 5-minute penalty on that one. He was going to be out for the rest of the game here. NC State will go 13-6. West Virginia is now going to be 9, 11, and 1. Not a record you want to be having towards the end of this year, especially going into tomorrow night's match. Expected to have a much more of a crowd here, especially on a big sports day. NC State basketball taking on Chapel Hill at the PNC Arena. Big matchup, a lot of fans are going to be there. It will be even better to finish off the night here at the Iceplex. As the shot goes just wide, Kim Mazakowski will collect it. NC State will get the win. The players will eventually surround Joey Hall for a beautiful job done right there. Sam Benishevitz did a great job tonight. Mazakowski now with a shot just wide. NC State will take the victory.
Yeah, Mazakowski had a shot there at the end. He didn't take it. But really one of the most complete victories of the season, if you ask me. Right up there with the victory over Delaware.
What a great win here tonight, Ethan. And your player of the game tonight, Ethan?
I mean, it's easy to say Sam Banishevitz. I got to say Joey Hall, though. Spectacular in that. Gave up the one early goal and was just solid the rest of the night. And he didn't have to be anything more than solid because his defense was so good. And West Virginia didn't have any great opportunities. I'll tell you what, though, that scrum on the 5-on-3, to me, that was really the West Virginia's last chance to make it a game. And State was somehow able to keep the puck out of the net. And so we'll give player of the game to Joey Hall.
The teams now line up for handshakes here. Big game, big win here for NC State, morale-wise. West Virginia will have some ground to make up tomorrow night against the Ice Pack. We'll be right back here with the third period, with the final report between me and Ethan Berry, and eventually we'll be hearing from our player of the game, Joey Hall, and of course, head coach Mike Gazzillo. The fans salute their players as a way to cap the night. 6-2 NC State, right here on PackTV. A cold night here at the Raleigh Iceplex, but an even better night for a solid win here for the Ice Pack. 6-2 win over the Mountaineers, Zach Sawaye and Ethan Berry, of course. Now, Ethan, this was a great game for NC State, truly showing that the week off played no effect in their legs. They got off to the jump. They really made sure that second period was absolutely dominant. Power play and penalty kill tonight were outstanding, Ethan. There were just a lot of good things about this game. Joey Hall, just so many great aspects, Ethan. What did you see tonight?
Well, I mean, most complete game of the season. I mean, that's what I saw, but not really a whole lot that you can improve on. State easily could have had 10 goals, you know, so many, not to say missed opportunities. You're not going to finish every opportunity, but State just had tons of opportunities, and, you know, about half of them went in, I would say. And West Virginia had one opportunity that sticks out in my mind that they didn't capitalize on. Everything else, the defense was real good right in front of Joey Hall. Joey made all the saves that he needed to. Didn't have to be spectacular because there were no spectacular saves to be made. In my mind, that 5-on-3 really changed the game. It was about halfway through the third period. West Virginia was down 3, and they had a minute and 15 seconds on the 5-on-3. And there must have been like a 15, 20-second just scrum in front of the net. And somehow State killed it off, didn't allow the goal, and you know, State just cruised from there.
Unnecessary penalties at the end of the game here, Ethan. That's not something you want to see, and I'm sure the Ice Pack wish that this game would count towards points in the ACC standings to gain a higher seed for the ACCHL tournament next weekend. But nonetheless, Ethan, towards the end of this game, there were some penalties taken. What was your thoughts on those? Because I think at least they were a little bit unnecessary.
Well, it was unnecessary for the whistle to be blown in my mind, especially the last 2 minutes. I mean, unless there's a fight, just, you know, both teams, or West Virginia waved the white flag by that point. I just don't think there's any need to blow the whistle. Like I said, short of a fight, just, you know, let them play.
And we can't go without tonight about talking Sam Benishevitz. A shorthanded goal tonight, and of course a goal earlier. 2 goals on the night.
Now it's going to be 7 in his past 4 games. I may be wrong on those exact numbers, but nonetheless, Ethan, he's had a goal streak, and it's been a very good one since the team started winning after the Chapel Hill game. What are your thoughts on Sam Benishevitz?
Well, I think he went 4 games without a goal, and certainly the first time I ever remember seeing that. And you knew it was only a matter of time, and now he's on fire. And no Luis Jimenez tonight, and didn't make much of a difference to Benishevitz. He hit the post 2 other times, and really just the best player on the ice, pretty much as we've grown accustomed to saying. He could be our player of the game every night, to be honest. We like to spread it around, but another spectacular performance from him.
The team played great tonight, especially on the faceoffs and all across the ice as well. Just what is this momentum going to be carrying into tomorrow's game against the same team, a doubleheader?
Well, I think, your bigger concern is momentum heading into next weekend. It's not really about tomorrow. It's about next weekend in Charlottesville. State's just been really good the last 3 games. Like I said, I think they're peaking at the right time, which is what it's about. If you're playing your best hockey in November, it doesn't matter how good you are, because if you're not playing your best in February, somebody's going to beat you. And, State's got the talent to win next weekend. They just got to be playing their best at the right time, which is, I think, something they've struggled with the last couple of years. And so if they can keep this up, through the week, tomorrow, and next weekend, State's got a great chance to win.
And the ACCHL tournament as well. Of course, we wait tomorrow night's score against Wake Forest and JMU to hear about who NC State is going to be playing. But State now has a great lineup. Cam Mazikowski, ACC Rookie of the Year, played great tonight. And several other great players that are going into this tournament that State didn't have last year. State has had scorers over the past several years, but this is a new breed of NC State hockey. Over the past few years, Ethan, you've seen the team. You've seen the way that they played in the tournament. Do you think this year is going to be any different from the past several?
Well, I'll tell you what, the way this State team is playing right now, I'd pick NC State to win the tournament. So we'll see what happens tomorrow and what happens when we get to Charlottesville. But the way this NC State team is playing right now, I know Virginia's a tough team, Virginia Tech, but I wouldn't bet against this group. But we'll see what happens. I think they've got what they need. They've got 2 goaltenders they can rely on in a row. Have to win a game, which he absolutely can. And like I said, if State plays like they played the last 2 weekends in Charlottesville, they'll be just fine.
Absolutely, Ethan. And we thank you for joining us here on PackTV. Soon we'll be back with head coach Mike Gazzillo, and even soon we'll be back with Ellis Rushford for a very special interview with him tonight to talk about some of the things that he does outside of hockey. So for PackTV, Zach Salai and Ethan Barry. I here for NC State hockey as the Ice Pack take down the Mountaineers 6-2 in the first half of a back-to-back. Zach Salai alongside head coach Mike Gazzillo here for this post-game interview. Now, Coach, this was a big win for a lot of different reasons. A week off after already clinching the 3rd seed in the Carolina division against Duke, and an even bigger win against UNCW. Coming into this weekend, this is just some exhibition games, a little bit for morale. What did you see from your team tonight that's going to be a little bit of a precursor into next weekend, which is the weekend that really does matter?
I mean, we wanted to get off strong, and we wanted to just start building momentum and let that momentum take us through tomorrow and into next weekend, and I think the guys did a pretty good job of that. I think the first period we were a little slow out of the gate, but I think both teams were. We picked up the pace. Second period was a real good period. I was real happy with the way that period went. So, yeah, as long as, every shift, just playoff mentality at this point, right? I mean, if you start building your mindset, about, winning your shifts and having to win the games, then you're going into the playoffs in a good mindset.
Now, of course, your penalty kill tonight was absolutely outstanding. We've seen that your penalty kill has done a lot in the past few games that haven't been up to par, and we've talking about it a lot here up at the PackTV booth. But in general, your 5-on-3 tonight was absolutely incredible, the way you killed that penalty. Talked about what was said this past week, really coming into this game, and how you guys limited, Alex Ventura and Brian Dickman, those players from West Virginia that really did a good job with their offense tonight.
Yeah, we didn't really know much about their team. We did work on power play this week. We did work on 5-on-4 and 5-on-3. Tim's done a real good job with the man down situation, especially. So he's a pretty vocal guy on the bench, a little different than I am, but it's good. We kind of giving instruction, and even if you're not out there and you're on the bench and you're going out next, I mean, you're hearing what he's saying, right? So it's basically reinforcing the things we talk about. So yeah, I think the guys did a great job. He's doing a great job with them.
Tim Healy is not a coach we hear about a lot, and somebody that I just first picked up on. He's here for a lot of the home games, of course. Haven't seen him on the road as much, but really talk about what he's done for this team, because he seems to be the special team specialist for this team.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of still running a power play. He's really just taken over the penalty kill, but I'm trying to get him a little more involved in the power play. We collaborate, in practice, on what we want to do, and I kind of let him, have run of what kind of system he wanted to run, and the guys are responding to him. He's a good coach, he's a good guy, and he fits in real well right here. And like I said, the guys are responding to what he's asking them to do.
Now, finally, Coach, how is this momentum from tonight going to carry over into tomorrow, but more importantly, the ACCHL tournament next weekend?
Yeah, as long as we keep building the momentum that we had, I think the third period was a little less than the second, Sometimes you get up by a couple, and, you do let up a little bit in some respects. You're playing tomorrow night, so, I mean, I get it. I'm fine with it. But, hopefully we get a strong start, and, guys just go out and keep doing the little things. That's what we kind of been preaching, just do the little things. If you can't get the big things unless you do the little things. So, and that's what we talk about on the bench. So, yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Coach, thank you for your time, of course, here on PackTV. Great win by the NC State Ice Pack. Ethan Barry will be right back with Ellis Rushford for a very special interview. For PackTV, I'm Zach Selwaye.
Ethan Barry back here alongside Ellis Rushford, wrapping things up here with, I would say, the most important player on the NC State hockey team, because he served in the Marines. For those of you who don't know, Ellis, first of all, just want to thank you for your service, and talk about what having a night like this to appreciate the military means to you as a veteran.
Feels good. I didn't really do it for the recognition, but it's definitely appreciated. Sacrificing my time and effort and getting appreciated for it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and during the broadcast, we were a little confused. They did recognize the veterans, you and Coach Rosetta, during the third period. That's what all the appreciation was for. But really a great night to recognize the military, and a phenomenal event. NC State will likely do this again in the future, and I believe it's happened in the past. A big win for you guys, though, against West Virginia, a team you hadn't seen before. And what did you see? It looked like the early parts of the game you guys were just feeling each other out, and then at the end of the first and second period, you guys really turned on the Jets.
We got some key guys out, so we've been shuffling up the lines a lot, and I think they just needed a little bit of time to click and gel a little bit. And once they did in the second period, they definitely started to pour it on, and we took a good lead. Yeah,
second period, you scored a goal. You tipped the puck, gathered the rebound, and went short side. Talk a little bit about what you saw in that play.
So I expected to just tip it and then kind of get hit. I was right in front of the net, and no one touched me, and they allowed me to just go pick up the puck, circled in, and still no one challenged me, so I picked the corner and went with it.
Yeah, you're one of the better offensive defensemen that I've seen here while covering the team. Is that just like a mentality that you have, always trying to make a play with the puck?
I think it just comes with the aggressiveness that it's kind of just like locked into my mind, so that just comes with chasing the puck down, beating the guy to the corner, getting in the dirty areas.
Yeah, big game tomorrow, headed into next week. What is one thing for you that you really want to clean up headed into next weekend's tournament?
Had a couple games without a penalty, couldn't escape the box this time. I'd like myself and a few other guys to stay out of the box, and we'll be a solid team.
Yeah, we want to thank you for coming up here to join us, and more importantly, for your service to represent our country. That'll do it for us here at PackTV. NC State beats West Virginia 6-2. We'll be back tomorrow night for the same matchup. Ethan Barry for Zach Selwaye. Thank you for watching on PackTV.